All you guys got renamed. So, like Anthony was hinting at, this is going to take place in the canonical arc of our roleplay, right after the Novus arc, right after Bunny, 7 hours after Bunny, Wolf, and Porta Novus escaped the weapons Animas research facility. The backdrop is that 5 hours before the operation began is when the notification for the operation began was headed out. 3 hours before the notification, which is just 3 hours after Wolf and Bunny had escaped, the head of the Orange Duke facility is watching over the cleanup crew that are handling the remains of the former kaiju project, the former project that they were running. The man's face is obscured by darkness, and there isn't even any audio for him. He's just wearing a rather spot as fuck orange suit. He hovers his hand with a gingerly white gloved so that you can't even tell skin tone. The person places their finger onto the intercom, and word dialogue begins to read. I want you to assemble task force. Uh, what the fuck did you guys want to call yourselves?
We never came up with a name.
Well, this is the perfect time to do it.
Tell them the challengers.
That's perfectly fine. You guys good with the name being the Challengers?
Good of the name.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. Send him. I want you to assemble task force challengers. We have an urgent mission for them. And then there's a reply back on the intercom. And unlike this unknown person, the intercom voice speaks with a sharp female voice. No problem. I can assemble them for you. Would you like to give me the urgency of the business, or are we just going to? Oh, 100 bits from Doc, who says, as one of your original peeps, happy Halloween. Thank you so much, Doc. I really appreciate the 100 bits, and happy Halloween to you too.
Happy Halloween, man. Hope you enjoyed the roleplay.
Yep, we're doing a Halloween event for our roleplay. So the receptionist responds back to the unknown figure. Yeah, I can assemble task force challengers for you. Do you want me to tell the business, or do you want me to just assemble them for you? The dialogue, then the white dialogue reappears again as the unknown protagonist says, No bother. Bring them to my office. Assemble them assemble them within 3 hours. Okay, I can do that. And so each of you are spoken to Meryl, the receptionist, and Meryl goes through the list of each of you and gets you guys at least up to date that you're being summoned by the Orange Duke. That's what the preferred title is. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see here. Bonesaw Randy. She dials in the phone directory for Bonesaw Randy. All of you guys are currently in base. You haven't left the facility because you're currently on standby. So you are literally waiting for this phone call to come in. Bonesaw Randy, the camera funnels over to you. What do we see when we look at you, Bonesaw Randy? Where do we find you?
See Bonesaw Randy sitting there, polishing his gun. The giant, massive meat mountain of a man.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
It was clear my throat.
Oh.
And he's just waiting for that phone call.
You don't know when, and it's been painful for you waiting. For Bonesaw Randy, every fiber of his hairs are standing on edge. Just the reflex, the slowness of everything around you is not the environment you like. This isn't where you thrive. You think about the field of combat that you've gotten used to. You think about the urban combat that you've been experienced towards. Those several gunfire, these several gun. Shit, what do you call it? These several firefights, that's what I meant to say, several firefights that you took place in suppressing local gangs in the East Bay. You've gotten used to being explosives, getting your hands dirty by throwing some grenades, setting up explosive traps with your explosive kit. And now you're just here in this very dull white room with a bunk bed. No one else but you, so there's no reason for you to be in this bunk bed, you mutter to yourself, before finally getting a phone call. It comes from the wall phone. The wall phone's unique that it only has a receiver, and there is no way to dial anything. So it's only meant to receive calls. It is calling you, Bone Saul Randy.
He's going to pick up the phone. Hello there.
Hi
This
there, is
is
this Bone
Bone
Saul?
Saul.
Oh, it is. Great. I need you to report to the main atrium, like on the double. Orange Duke is calling, assembling task force challengers.
Oh yeah. He hangs up and he just like grabs all of his gear and just starts bolting. It's time, brother.
As you leave this, I would say, New York styled apartment like room, you grab your equipment, put your explosive kits on your back, you got your explosive ammo box on your right hip, you put your flashbangs, two of them right there on your chest piece, you put your MK14 on your back, you put your Beretta M9 on your side hip holster, and you adjust your outfit just to get yourself into combat mode. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, combat brother, yeah.
And with that, you just run towards the door. It's an auto door, so it slides open at the presence of you. And you leap from the second floor atrium that you're in. You grab the handlebar and you leap down the center of this large railing that leads. Because you guys live on this weird complex that has multiple floors, but a large opening in the center of the building to look up and down the floors. You simply jump from the second floor, being so excited to get all the way down to the main atrium, Bonesaw Randy, and you land without hurting yourself. Next up, Anthony Donovan. You get a phone call on your phone, but what do we see when the camera pans towards you? What are you doing, and where are you in your?
Anthony's on his bed and he's having a smoke to himself. It's pipe weed. He got it from a good dealer over there at East Bay the last time I was there. And
Hey.
he's looking at a picture of himself much younger and an unknown female next to him. And written in white is "Together You and I Forever." And the name seems to be like he's covering the name with his thumb before he folds up the picture back into his book he was reading, "Farewell to Arms." As he begins to feel the foam begin to ring over there on the wall.
Yep.
So he like reaches out for it and like, "Hola, this is the Casa Anthony. Please request. What is your request?"
Hi. So this is Anthony Donovan, right?
Yes.
Great!
Yes,
We're assembling Task Force Challenger. The Orange Duke is requesting all members of the task force to get down to the main atrium as soon as you can. Pack up and get ready. She hangs up.
yeah. Oh, he's like, "I hope to God that we don't deal with goddamn East Bay again." He puts it back on.
So
"I
as you
hate
look
you."
over, as you say East Bay again, you look back over at the arm. You look like you put the phone down. You look over
Mhm.
at the left side of your room. You don't have a bunk bed, unlike Randy. See, Randy's the only person that gave him a bunk bed for whatever reason. But like both Anthony and Russell both have regular beds. So you look over at the other side of the room where they've given you an armor stand to place your heavy armor. It's like an outer carapace shell. Would you like to give it a name?
Um, yeah, it's called CS.
Sure. So your heavy
Sure.
armor, CS, has been employed with you since you started your mercenary business. In fact, been a keepsake between the Donovans. Your older brother deployed with it, and then found himself to be on the wrong side of the bullet end, and so you took it upon yourself to continue wearing CS. There are
And he
several
kind of
places where the armor plating has shown time worn, like those bullets you took during East Bay. But for you, time and time again, this CS has proven itself to be a reliable piece of armor.
it's like, yeah. Anthony's like taking his time looking at the armor. It's like, okay, just take it easy, and come on, Anthony, come on. It's just a suit of armor. You're always going to be in. You're going to be yourself when you get in there. Something else. It's cold. It's empty, but it keeps you alive. And he slowly begins putting each part of himself it on. And just before he puts on the helmet, he takes like one last gulp of ale, spitting out the pipe weed, and putting on the helmet. The armor isn't
Hold on.
you.
You hear all the air escape from the suit. You hold your breath because the suit has vacuumed all the air, all the excess air. You wait for the familiar hum of the artificial air to begin. Your heart's racing slowly, getting a little faster as you're holding your breath. You wonder if this is the time the suit's finally going to suffocate you or not. But then you hear the familiar tone, and you let out a sigh of relief as you can taste the stale artificial air coming from your heavy armor.
Okay, let's rock and roll. And he slowly picks up his. He slowly makes his way out. Because I imagine he doesn't have his chain gun. It's stored over somewhere else.
Correct.
All he just does is like
Your
takes
heads
up
up
his.
display, your heads up display begins to monitor your vitals, your vision, your like immediate surroundings, topography, and a small mini map for you to reference yourself from where you are, downloading itself up to a mainstream server for up to date floor plans. So as you're moving around, your mini map is being updated by a real time map, like a Google one.
Yeah. He picks up his. The only real gun he would have on him is his .45.
No weapons. Oh, actually,
Oh.
shit. Evie had his
No, no.
guns.
But yeah, but Bonesaw. Wait, we were just making that no one has guns. Bonesaw's the only exception.
Yeah, that's perfect. Bonesaw's the only exception.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Anthony, all you have is your suit, and as you leave, the familiar clanking noise of CS marches through the hallway, and everyone can see the artificial man turn into a metal giant while equipped with CS. As the heavy metal steps echo across the atrium, Russell Mercury, what do we see you doing as the phone begins ringing for you?
He sighs and just answers it.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, can you hear me properly?
Yes. Oh, just give us a little bit of a scene. Like, what was Russell Mercury doing before his phone rang? What did we catch him doing, if anything?
Slowly pacing back and forth, just thinking about how today's mission is going to go.
Oh, you're not aware if you're going to have a mission today or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay then. Well, still slowly pacing back and forth around the room.
Okay. So you're pacing in anxiety. You're not sure what the next mission that these crazy lunatics are going to send you on. The last time they deployed you as a task force, if you want to call it that, Russell thinks to himself, they sent me to East Bay to suppress some gangs. You sigh deeply to yourself, Russell, like holding a side of a wall. Gangs! Actual people! They wanted me to kill them. They said that I was going to be part of this special task force to handle specific creatures, but not gang unit men. Good thing we had Donovan there. He was more than eager to kill people. So was Randy. I don't think I trust either of those guys. And as your thoughts begin to wander, Russell, wondering
The things they do for sake of freedom.
Yeah, the thoughts before you start to really consider why you're joining this whole shindig in the first place. You get interrupted in your thoughts. The black phone begins to ring. It's just like everyone else's phone, where there is there is no dialing ability, but it's just a full receiver.
I guess that might be them. Let's just pick this up.
Right back.
Hello?
Yep, we'll see you in a bit, Evie. You pick up the black phone. Hi, is this Russell Mercury?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, yeah. Uh, the Orange Duke is assembling the task force challengers. You all need to get to the main atrium as soon as possible. Okay, okay. And she hangs up.
Hang on before I can get ordinate edgewise. Well, I heard the call. I guess I better get to it.
Russell, before you pack up your equipment, which would be the lockpick set of yours, you put that in your inner coat. You get your incendiary grenades and put that on top of your outside vest. And your antidote kit, you put on your. So you have the lockpick set on your left inside chest pocket, and you put the antidote kit on your right inside pocket. Your bat, your metal club, is a personal item. Do you have a name for it, or do you want me to come up with a name?
Hmm. You give it a name.
Lethal Tempo.
Perfect.
Hey, that's what I do. You and Lethal Tempo have seen your fair share of fights. It's been a weapon that you've kept around since way before, even before you began your mercenary work. In fact, this is just sort of a side job for you. You're more of a quote urban fighter quote, as you take to the streets and fight people with bats and fight them off from other people being dicks. You find yourself to be a vigilante sort of type, Russell, and you kind of forgot how you got yourself tied up in this whole mercenary thing for the Orange Duke, but you do make a great amount of credits each of these
I
pay.
remember that I needed the money. I needed
Oh,
my own source of income.
Oh, and yes, and they pay very nicely. You didn't get paid too well the last mission due to your hesitation on taking out human targets. So as you make your way so as you pick up Lethal Tempo and give it the nice 2-3 swing, do you think your resolve's going to change and that you don't mind killing a person for more money, or do you think you're going to keep your morals and not kill someone for more money?
It depends on the person.
You still, so you hold your bat in the middle, Russell, and you still feel that weight of uncertainty. Not sure if you're going to pull the trigger or not sure if you're going to let them go. And as that moment passes for you, you walk down to the main atrium. Each of you guys begin to arrive, but you would all see that as you would arrive, you would all see that Felix Hatchet has been sitting in like a semicircle assembled of chairs. So it's like a half circle, and he's been sitting in the center of it. When you guys approach Hatchet, he is a 5'10", kind of mohawk only in the center of his head, white hair, mechanical right eye. He has very pale skin and a rather shoddy looking mechanical left hand arm. And on that left arm also has a rather large mechanical plate that has this interface that's like LED screen on it. He has on his hip an MP5, and he's wearing medium armor. And as each of you approach, he'd give you a silent but stern nod. You guys have never met Felix before. This is the first time you're seeing him. You're a three-man group as far as all of you are concerned.
oh, seems that God has a new recruit on our side.
Well, actually, the first person to be here would be Randy, then Mercury, then Donovan, because you're the slowest.
Yeah.
So,
Makes
Randy,
sense.
you would come to the half circle.
Is he back?
Oh,
I don't think he is.
Scheisen fucking. Well, we'll just go with Mercury then. So, Mercury, you would come to the half circle and see Randy there as well as this new guy.
Who the hell are you?
Felix looks over at
Awful response.
Felix looks over at Russell. His left eye blinks, but his right eye doesn't. It just kind of like gives a. The name's Felix. I'm your hacker specialist for this. I'm a hacker specialist assigned for this, for your, for the operation. Sorry, I'm a hacker specialist assigned to your task force for this operation.
Oh, so you'll be working with us, huh?
Yes, I'm designated to be your electronics expert. Anything mechanical in the area or data terminals are for my interactions personally.
Oh,
Interference,
good.
yeah.
For once, I won't have to beat up on technology to get it to work.
I shudder at the thought of how far you've gotten in your life by beating up technology. Felix says
Thankfully,
coldly.
not too far.
This guy would hate lads.
There's the
Lads would
slow but methodical toof, toof, toof sound coming from down the hall. And Russell, as like the thumping noise gets louder, you recognize that to be Donovan's heavy armor. He calls that CS, as far as you remember.
And here comes the big lung.
The big who?
Ah,
Felix asks as then finally Donovan comes into scene. Whoa! Felix sits back in a seat.
it's good to see you again, old friend. How's it going, Russell? Who's the shrimp? Who's the shrimp over there?
He's gonna be with us on where his next gig is. He's a hacker.
I see. Hey, do us a favor and don't shill yourself or get killed out there. We're not. We may be mercenaries and working the same team, Cardbone, but we're not babysitters.
Duly noted. And then we have to wait for Randy.
Yeah. So, what got you in here?
Felix?
Got some kind of Felix.
Well, to put it simply, I work for the Orange Duke and their R&D department. I am the second in charge of the research and development. I personally took on the assignment.
So your ass decided. So you're telling me your ass decided all of a sudden you want to step away from the cushy laboratory to weapons grade uranium,
Incorrect.
for the lack of a better word.
I'm going from one laboratory to another one. Novus Labs has valuable information. The Novus Weapon Omnibus Research Facility has a plethora of information, relics, weapon designs by the famous Novus. This is a data rescue salvage mission for me. And whatever machinery that I can come across with by the original blueprints of Dusty Novus, I will extract as well.
Hmm. The helmet kind of tilts over to Russell. You really following this guy?
Say that again, Danny?
Like, are you really following what this guy is putting down?
He's looking at Russell.
Yeah.
We kind of have to. It's our job.
Yeah, but you see, I don't like working with. Looks over back at Felix. Technophiles, they call them.
I'll have you know, I am no technophile. Just a passion for
Yeah,
technology.
yeah, sure, you're totally, but really convincing me with the whole eye and arm thing, pal. Yeah,
When I realized the weakness of my flesh, I simply
God,
purged it.
God damn it! I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
Sounds like you're being a little racist there, buddy.
Oh, yeah, Evie, you were the first to get to the scene, but you were away. But, essentially, you snapped out of whatever delusional state you were in, but you've noticed now that your comrades, Mercury, Donovan, have joined you in a half circle, and then onto your immediate right is a man you've never seen before. He has a white mohawk going down his head, very pale skin, right mechanical eye, left defunct arm. That's his whole arm is a left weird small mechanical apparatus. It's not a full fist or anything, but across the mechanical arm is a metal board that has an interface with LED keys. He himself has introduced himself to you and everyone in the group as Felix Hatchet, your hacker specialist for the team. Just to catch you up to date. You good?
Look, maybe technology is part of his religion. Who is Bonesaw the Judge?
That's surprisingly tolerant from the guy who. Wait, where'd you get your gun? How do you have your guns on you?
Don't ask.
They're too
Last time-
afraid to take them from me. And I dare them to try. Yeah.
Yeah, like I
God
said.
help me.
So,
Yeah,
the receptionist
last
comes
time
into
they-
the room. Hi, everyone! And she is a rather attractive 29, 31-year-old. You definitely don't want to ask her age. Brunette with very compensating push-up bra to keep herself really up there. She's wearing a one pinstripe outfit, and she walks in heels that match her color, which is
the
violet.
senorita with the ballistas. Good, we'll burn off now.
She rolls in with a diagram. Hi, everyone. I'm the one who called everybody. My name is Meryl. Meryl Tunnelwind. And today I'll be your forward operator for today's I'll be your liaison from here, your what's a good word? Squad leader, if you will. And today, if she reveals to you guys the whiteboard, you guys will be doing, and she pulls off like a cloth, and it reveals the district Nelcros, which is where all of you are located, which is the official name for the undisclosed district. It is called District Nelcros, and I'll type it in the I'll type it in the overarms. Motherfucking Evie in the general chat.
Wait, no. Wait, hold on. You're telling me this gig is here?
No, you guys have been here the entire time.
I'm saying in this district.
Yeah.
I'm saying, in this district. So we're not going back to East Bay.
Nelcros.
Look, I got kind of sick and tired of shooting wannabe. Look, if I wanted to shoot gang members, I would have stayed back in my home country with the policia.
That's slightly racist, but okay.
You can't see it, but I'm frowning at you.
Anyway, today's operation is Operation Spearknife.
I thought the
Technically,
giant metal man was Hispanic.
Yeah.
she hands out some dossiers to you guys to follow through. In them, just have picture diagrams of each of the floors of the facility. And I'll go over exactly what you guys are looking at as I expunge a little bit of lore. So pay attention to the bits. So, today's operation is called Operation Spearknife. The Orange Duke chose the name himself because it represents the nature of the operation. Technically speaking, we have a non-aggression peace treaty with Novus Industries, meaning we don't actually have jurisdiction in going in there. And they are Novus technically is the landlord of the Nelcros district. So, we can't technically go into his apartment, could we? Well, that's where Task Force Challengers comes in as a sort of PMC, third party related. You guys are tasked to go into the facility, detain and or neutralize any possible threats for the greater public, and recover salvage any technology worth the R&D development. You will be paid for the following excursions. Number of confirmed kills. If you die during this, I'm talking normal voice because I need you guys to get this. You'll be marked for each kill as a group. If, one of you guys die, then the price value is only halved. So the less of you at the end of it, the better for the overall group, the person who's the end survivor, if there is. If there's an end survivor, then, like I said, all the money would go to that player character specifically, and I would divvy up specific event gold for another for other reasons to compensate. But in terms of making a paycheck in this role play, your characters are tasked to do two of the following tasks. Kill literally anything you deem as a threat. It has to be considered threat worthy. Literally, you guys are a special task force. A simple civilian with a pistol isn't considered a threat, but something that is a objective horror abomination of mankind. No, you put 2 rounds in that, and that's perfectly cash money. Everything that's a confirmed kill is 1,000 gold each. It can only be a confirmed kill if at least one surviving member makes it. If no one survives, then this gold disappears. Is that okay? You guys got that?
Gotcha.
Now, you're also tasked with recovery. If you guys can also escape, which you can always choose to escape whenever you guys feel the most comfortable doing so. You can choose to escape with up to each player can carry up to 3 pieces of R&D equipment without becoming over encumbrant, except for Line. Anthony, you're heavy, so you can only carry 1. But for each successful piece of technology excavated, that's 2,500 gold. Finally,
Oh damn.
finally, there are sub-secret objectives throughout the roleplay. I won't go over any of them, and when it does pop up, I will reward you based on situation. I've written a plethora of different events for you guys to go through. I want to remind you all that you are all human, not anima users, and all of you will have to make the same choice together. There is no splitting your group up. So all of you must be in agreement with the choice given, choice taken. And then one player will be elected to be the roller for any rolling events, and or I will choose the player based on the situation. Or all players roll depending on what the situation is. Each floor that you guys will be progressing through, as will be depicted on the picture diagram for your characters in roleplay, will begin to have more options for you to do on each floor. So when you first get in there, all of you get to have 3 choices on the first floor to do, again, investigative work, planning shit, etc. Then you're forced to go to the next floors, etc. When you guys look over at the floor plan, you notice that the floor plan goes to the basement and lower, and there's a huge ass fucking ground network of laboratories. These go from basement floors level, so it starts from the ground floor, and then it goes from basement floor level 1 all the way to basement floor level 12.
Ugh. Fucking freaky. Freaky
So,
hell.
when you guys get to the landing, you guys will have only 2 options because it's where all the commotion's happening of choices of interaction. When you get to the first basement floor, 3 choices. Second basement, 4 choices. And then it caps at 4. And then it goes back down to 0 at a certain point. But we'll get there when we do. Does that make sense? What you guys are expected to do each floor?
Yeah.
Yes.
We all make these decisions together. There's no splitting.
Correct. These
Get it.
decisions can be like the following. Look for ammunition. Look for a healing bay. Look for a specific type of item or reinforce something to make it easier to fight. Look for hostiles to kill. Look for a key item, etc. Find survivor, something like of those kin. So each floor will give you those options to try to get a chance to either regenerate items. There is even options for finding special rooms. How will you know it's a special room? Well, all of you will just have to tell me specifically. Well, we want to try to find something special in the area, or you know, you come up with something you want to find in this area, as long as it can fit in a special research facility, which I don't imagine will be too hard for us to come up with, because again, I'm using AI artwork to supplement whatever you guys come up with. So don't hesitate to ask for something outlandish. Everyone just needs to be in agreement with it. So do you guys have a better idea what kind of decisions you can take?
I
Well,
think
for
I
first,
think you first.
I was gonna say for the first couple of floors, I was just gonna go just try to find basic stuff, extra ammunition, whatnot. But as we get deeper, like more important stuff, like intel, key items, and shit like that.
Correct. I mean, that can be how you approach it. Yes. Loon, what were you saying?
I don't. If I had a thought, I think don't remember.
No
I don't think
worries.
it was important
Fine.
anyway. No, it's fine.
I just want to make sure though we all kind of understand what sort of pacing we're going for, right? Like what kind of.
Keep it slow ball,
Sorry.
slow ball pace,
Okay.
slow ball.
With that all in mind, you guys review your sheets. You see that on basement 3, for all of you, there's a certain checkpoint. Meryl goes over this checkpoint and says, currently, we are under the impression that Novus' security task force is still in the area. They may be held out in this particular area. If you're able to make it to their task force, there's a treachery event. You can choose to excavate them and leave the event early by taking them out. Help them by giving healing items and providing them an escort, like providing them a way out, or provide them with ammo to let them escape them on their own. There are plenty of choices you could make, but this is just a third option. You don't have to even do anything. Specifically, just the recovery of the team would be ideal for the Orange Duke for a first-hand account of what the fuck happened. And of course, for any of these objectives, you will be paid if you do it. All right, task force challengers.
Who exactly is the Orange Duke anyway?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Pharmaceutical.
Who exactly is this Orange Duke anyway?
She shrugs. I don't even know. He just calls himself. Well, I don't even know if he's a he. They just call himself the Orange Duke.
Well, I guess that's how. I guess it won't press any further. Is there anything else you need to let us know?
Your mission objective's across the street, so you don't have to walk far.
Oh, it's convenient.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn it! I really do like having that APC. You don't just get used to driving around in a cool ass car with a minigun on it.
Well, I'll leave you guys to your task work. Remember, report back here for your pay.
Got it.
Yeah, because I was expecting the city to pay us for the, hushy hush mercenary bullshit.
All right, you guys. I've confirmed your items. I've confirmed your names. I think we got everything down. The only thing I need to make sure that we all know is that this is a canonical series of events that will go forward in our roleplay. Are you guys ready for today's Halloween event?
Yeah.
There goes my sweetheart. All right, lovely.
Oh, right. As you
Yeah.
guys would be exiting, you guys would pass a military checkpoint in order to get rearmed. Russell Mercury, you get your metal. You already have your metal bat, but they give you your pistol, which is the Browning HP small arms pistol, and they give you an extra clip for that. They hand over Anthony his Hellbolken minigun with an extra clip, his 45 with an extra clip, and they give
Yes,
Felix his
gotcha.
MP5.
You just look at Bonesaw like, use your Beretta.
No, they don't. He already had his Beretta on him. He had everything
Oh,
on
why?
him. Now, you guys approach the outside of the outside of the weapons facility. This is the ground floor. Here, you guys will have two choices to make. Two decisions to make. You guys can make any of these decisions as whatever you wish. When you approach the weapons facility, and all of you get to the entrance of it, before walking in, all of you can see that the building has has seen some wear and tear of some sort of interior damage, as windows on the second and third floor upward seem to have exploded outward. So it seems like something exploded inside the room and blew the glass outward.
Anthony just kind of looks over to the cradle that once was the main building for Novus Laboratory. You know, when you leave a neighborhood for, I don't know, a couple of days, you expect to see the building still there, but this is a bit too goddamn much.
I have to confirm with you. Felix looks over with his mechanical eye. It is rather peculiar to see such destruction wrought, and how quickly it was. There was a whole building there.
Yeah. What, did they send like a military group at us?
Bonesaw Randy. I understand you're some level of explosive expert, correct?
Just slightly. I've dabbled in the arts a bit.
Do you believe that the crater created here could have been created by a man-made explosion?
Maybe, maybe not. They would have to get their hands on a high yield explosive device.
Judging by the marks on the ground, noted by Felix, the explosion doesn't seem to have been large enough to have left only, it doesn't seem to have been an explosion larger than just the building. So controlled demolition, perhaps?
Maybe. Maybe, or something in the building might have exploded itself.
We would have shrapnel everywhere, wouldn't we? Looking around, there is no evidence of shrapnel.
Unless it was inside the walls.
That's now crazy talk.
But you're talking like it exploded within. Like Anthony kind of like puts his hands around like making a ball, like a balloon in a box. Is that what you're saying?
Precisely, yeah.
Crazy talk, reaffirms Felix as he leads you guys into the first floor.
Well, you've heard about the natural gas explosion. Yeah, that sometimes happens.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it was that.
It's crazy because you bring that up. My cousin. My cousin. You see, dumbass decided to take a. He got a rifle the other. He got like a rifle. It wasn't that strong of a caliber and whatnot. But the dumbass just shot at the fucking gas line of the nearby restaurant. Took the whole damn block with it. One gas line. So it's not that crazy an idea you're talking about.
So, yeah, focusing back in, before the three of you follow Felix into the building, your respective relics activate on your arms. To introduce to the audience, Russell, Bonesaw Randy, and Anthony all have a special relic on their right arm called BSS, or Blank State Slate. The idea here is that this special relic allows these people to tap into the powers of their specific character in the roleplay. So for Anthony, it would be God's Rocket Vibe, because that's Lance's anima power. For Bonesaw Randy, that's Dust and Ashes. For Russell, you have to choose.
So what are these works gonna do for us?
I'm sorry?
So what are
They
these
do.
works? Yeah.
You have to choose between Alistair or Cynric. Counter
I think
Blade
I'll go
with
with-
your melee, or Portals with your melee.
Repeat the question again, please.
You have Portals or counters, because that's what you kind of will typically use for your anima power.
So I think I'm a melee person. I went with Astronova.
Okay. The unique thing about the BSS is that you only have 3 AP with it, meaning you can only spend it once for 3 AP, use it once for 2 AP and then one for 1 AP, or use it 3 times for 1 AP. There are specific locations that can recharge this, and again, this leads back to the whole premise of you guys choosing your decisions on each floor. So, for example, if you guys spent your BSS, you can say on the next floor when you have decisions again, oh, hey, we want to go investigate for an area to recharge our BSS. Okay?
Roger.
All right.
So we only get 3 AP.
Correct. And it does not recharge.
So you're saying we gotta use it carefully.
Correct.
Yeah, in and out. Don't worry, lad. Hey,
It's too late to switch to Showtime.
Yes.
Rip.
Really?
Okay, I still know where it is.
I was worried you were going to take Showtime. So when you said Astronova, I was like, okay, whew, that's the lesser of the two war crimes. Especially with guns. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we are now on the first floor of the office
Lesser.
complex. Huh?
Lesser
Door
of the
safe.
2 war crimes. Meanwhile, I got access to dust and ashes with explosive rounds.
We'll get there when we do. Shut up.
the door of safety has passed. The doors of safety are behind us.
Yep.
We enter in the survival hole.
As you guys walk into the office space, and I remind you, I'm updating the stream images as we were walking in. You see several terminals strewn across different types of aisles. Several scientists seem to, like, at the same time you entering, are running past you guys in a fervent dash. There are small computer terminals with small inlaid data structures that seem to be constructs within the computer's programming. There are loads of information already just out here. And there's a series of panic of people running around. What do you guys want to do on the first floor? 2 decisions.
Open fire.
Oh, whoa!
No, I'm
hey.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I know
kidding.
you're kidding.
I didn't say that.
I know you're kidding. I was like, hey, I know we get $1,000. We get $1,000 per head, but they gotta at least be packing something. We can't be like LAPD where we play a gun
Yes,
afterwards.
we can.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can.
There's not enough minorities.
That's true.
Okay, I say for one of our decisions is try to get one of these guys to ask what the fuck's going on. That's my call.
I want to have Hatchet look around for these terminals. See if you can do anything with them.
Hatchet nods. I could do that.
Do you want me to come with you in case you need protection?
Oh, all of you are assumed to follow with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
It's like Final Fantasy style. I just want to be sure. Do we all want to confirm actions?
I was saying, like, I wanted to try to get one of the Poindexters down. Like, hey, what's with the panic? What was the goddamn file?
I would say there's about like 5 people trying to flee, it seems like. But they're very disoriented, just running forward, but kind of tripping on things or hanging on to the wall for some reason. So you want to call out to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so does everyone else agree with this? I gotta finalize the
Yes.
choice.
Gotta figure out what the fuck's going on for us before we start, like, trying to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
get you.
I agree with Line.
Alright. The group has decided that they're going to open dialogue with the fleeing scientists because they seem to be wearing like scientist equipment, like outfits, where it's like the white
Yeah, they're
lab
clearly
coat.
meant to be. Oi, Gablons! Where's the file? I figured this is your casa, so what gives?
One man with a crowning kind of bold cut looks up at you, and finally you guys get a better look at some of their facial expression. As you can see, some parts of his face is melting. And it's crouching towards you. It catches Donovan off guard. Donovan, due to the fact that you're slow, it reaches over and slaps you with this disgusting maul. You fail your agility check because you can't pass it. You take 1 damage to your durability, but you do not take any damage. Just a fat, meaty human hand just collapses across Donovan's visual. Boom! As the fleeing scientists reveal themselves to be some sort of mutated man-like creatures. that when noticing you guys begin to make their way towards all of you. Combat begins with the fleeing with the half
Infected.
mutants. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I think that is 145.
No, not
Yes.
yet. You don't have turn yet, Donovan.
Oh.
The first two to go would be between Russell or Mercury.
Uh, I'll Bonesaw go first.
Okay, Bonesaw. There is half mutant A, B, C, and D. A is currently grappled with Donovan. All are within your range.
Now, if I fire at the one grappling at Donovan, do I risk hitting Donovan?
If you fail to hit, I have to make you reroll. So to hit Donovan. So yes.
All right. Risk it. Save his life.
All right. So, like your regular overarms counterparts, you all have 2 decisions and 1 reaction and 1 movement. Clear?
Yep.
Okay, so you have marksman ability, so you can aim with this as well for free.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim.
Cool. So take your weapon profile, add an extra die, and then throw it.
So it goes from a 4d10 to a 5d10?
Correct. 34 hits for sure. You snipe him right in the head. Deal damage. $25.
Damn.
Yeah, 25. Even with the 3 ones.
41.
That's still enough to put it down. As the bullet through the head of the creature, falling back immediately, exploding in a gore. Donovan, you're released from being grappled, but you are definitely covered in gore.
The fuck was that?
Don't know, don't care. Don't give a shit about it. All right. Looks, oh boy, Mercury, get your ass in here and start swinging. As Donovan takes out his
Hold on, not your turn yet. We're still with Randy. Randy, you pull back the hand. No, it's automatic. MK.
Yeah, it's semi.
Yeah, semi. So
Automatic, yeah.
you just immediately swash over to B, C, or D. Which one do you want to shoot?
Be shooting. Well, I can't shoot. I used aim.
Yeah, you can aim twice on a turn.
Oh, I can?
Yes.
All right. Which
That's
one
marksman
is
specialty.
closer? Which one's the closer to one of my allies?
They're all within 30 feet. So indiscriminately around 30 feet in different locations.
All right. I'm gonna shoot C then.
Will do. Go ahead.
And then
Mhm.
I'm not gonna use the aim.
You're not going to use the aim?
Oh well, I can. I can do it twice, right? Twice in one turn.
Yes, you can. That's why you're a marksman. That hits. Deal damage. 44. Another headshot. Boom! Just another head explodes. Another gore of blood. Okay, next is Mercury. Mercury, all the targets are about 30 feet from you.
See. So there's 3, and are they all together?
No, there are 2 left. B and D. They're 30 feet apart. They're 30 feet away from you guys, and 30 feet away from themselves.
I want to run up to B and bash him with my mace.
Yep, running in with lethal tempo. Mercury, you rush up real easy. You run up. Go ahead and make your roll.
Okay, let me just look at the sheet you gave me.
3d10 plus 3.
Okay.
Swing, bada, 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 swing!
Like,
Yes, slip it. No, plus 3. So that still hits.
Oh.
9, 10, 11. Yep, that still hits. Go ahead, roll for damage.
Wow, I got lucky. See, damage. Do I roll the same thing again? Oh, I do.
Yes, with a plus 3. 15.
18.
Yeah, 18. Not exactly enough to kill him in one hit, but you dislocate his whole jaw in one swing. Punk! And you can swing again, of course.
And then I'll swing again.
And you come up with the uppercut this time. Go ahead, swing. That's a better hit. Oh,
And now for
before we continue, in this roleplay, I should have done it for Evie's first hits. And I will do it for future hits. I'm sorry, Evie. You killed them instantly, so it didn't matter. But if you guys roll higher than a 20 on accuracy, it's a crit hit.
okay.
You guys got that?
Gotcha.
Okay. With being a crit hit, that means you don't roll. You just have you do your max damage, and then you throw one extra damage die. So you'll throw a 1d10 for me. So it's going to be 39 damage as with your crit, as you just devastatingly crack lethal tempo as an uppercut, just ricocheting that zombie bee's head, the half mutant's bee's head, into the ceiling and just explodes across the ceiling top, leaving a huge ass dent in there with all of your fury.
Fucking die.
All right. Next up is half mutant. Half mutant D. It begins to rush on its hands and knees towards Felix. Felix takes a reaction fire. Yeah, how about no? Also, make sure you're recording how many bullets you spent.
Yep.
So he is going to go and fire his MP5.
Keep track of your kills too.
He hits. I'm gonna have to roll this twice. Whoops, no, I got the 5, not the 6. So that's 21, 24. Not enough to kill in a single bullet barrage, but Felix pulls up his right hand and blows 3 bullets into the chest of the half mutant, and it's just barely enough for the half mutant to go down, but it doesn't go down as it lifts his near death head up and it tries to bite at Felix's upper thigh. It rolls to hit. No, Felix is able to dodge it nimbly. Your armor classes plus your fast stat are your overall dodge stat, which is why Donovan's just probably going to get hit by everything. You're slow, buddy. But yes, Felix dodges nimbly and doesn't get bit by the half mutant. Next up, it is Felix's turn, and Felix only has one more decision as he just levels the MP5 and points it at the creature's head. Eat lead in hell, dickhead. He crits.
Damn.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
So he crits, dealing with the MP5. Okay, 6d8. Get my calculator out. 6 times 8. 48 plus another d8. So plus 7. 55 plus 3. 58. Yeah, so he dealt 58 damage. Just blows another 3 bullets, going down from 30 to 7, 26, 25, 24, 24 bullets. Because I'm counting my own. He pulls back his gun. Eat shit. Floor is cleared. Look, we didn't even need the big guy. Felix happily jokes. Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
No, the encounter's done.
Yeah, so like Nancy's like,
I'm glad that went smoothly.
we just made $5,000 off that. Can you believe it, lad? Can you believe it, amigos?
$4,000.
Man. Oh, $4,000.
Yeah, there were $4,000.
Whew. Man, like,
Sorry
talk
for
about
the
it.
Wait,
blood.
sorry.
Nah,
One,
you're good.
two.
You're
Sorry,
good.
wait.
So,
One,
Felix, how are
one,
you feeling about this mission so far?
four. No, I was right. Four. It's too early to count our eggs. We just cleared the first floor. Let's see what the rest of this building has in store for us.
Anthony kind of kneels over to look at one of the corpses. What happened to these goddamn blue dust?
When you look to investigate the body, no one in the group has medical training. You can't further investigate.
Well, because of my background relating as a police officer, he has done with, has helped with, basic trauma and whatnot. This doesn't look anything I've ever seen on the field before. This shit's crazy. Gets back up.
There
Like,
are
I've
data.
seen people.
Yeah, there are data terminals on this floor, or anything else on this floor that you would like to spawn to explore.
Oi, Hacker Boy, why don't you do us a favor and get to work? We'll cover your ass.
Very well. I'll go over to the data terminals and determine what's relevant or not. He walks over to the data using his hacker board. He walks over to the data terminal and begins to hack into it. It doesn't take long for Felix. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes before he finally exclaims, "Okay, I'm in."
Was that necessary? Kind of looks at whatever. Was that necessary? Am I the only one who's? Oh, okay. Guess I'm the
As you
only
guys
one.
are watching post, you can hear in distant areas screams that periodically break the silence, or loud thumping noises coming from underneath you.
What the hell happened? It's like a goddamn madhouse in here.
Okay.
Oi,
Yeah?
Felix, the fuck have you found already?
Sorry. He takes
Oh,
back his hack board. I was able to download a local map. At least 3 of the sub-basement areas are completely mapped for us now. I also pulled in some
Pablo.
security footage, but you guys won't like to look at it.
Oh God, let's see it.
He pulls it up on a screen on his left mechanical arm, and you see it from the hacker board. It presents like a small projection, and in like I would say a pretty modest 74K, good YouTube quality. You can see the security footage record that what's it called? You see security footage that the security system was turned off, and that all the encaged creatures and or substances that were code red had been allowed free. The panic screams between the different floors of the sub-basements 1, 2, and the main floor, sub-basements 1 through 3 are just different videos of either the small security force trying to hold back. Basically, what you guys end up seeing as the mechanical animal force. Each of them standing out on their unique terms. You saw a mechanical shark bite someone in half. A mechanical hippo rip someone asunder. There was a mechanical hawk that flew through 3 different security guards and killed them near instantly. And a pair of a wolf and a bunny escaping the facility. And in their wake,
It's nonsense.
it seems to have left something even far greater worse. So those things already escaped the facility, according to the footage.
What the hell was this place? A goddamn zoo?
It was a weapons facility.
What
It was
was
a
that?
weapons research facility. It does not surprise me that Novus had already began organic organic testing.
What?
Come, we must get to the lower floors. I have the blueprint installed. This way.
Not Lance. Anthony activates the mini hub map so he can keep it on his visor.
Yep. And we all begin to descend into the sub-basement area 1.
Just start playing the crappy Resident Evil basement music.
Oh no, not that one. Come on, man.
Before you make it to the second floor, you guys approach the elevator. The elevator terminal lights up blue as all four of you enter in the elevator. Before you guys go down, Felix. God damn it, Felix puts his regular hand onto the terminal and taps at it for a bit before exclaiming, "Yeah, it's locked. Here, I'm gonna open it for us. You guys just watch the hallway for me." Typically,
Okay.
Alright.
yeah, typically this would be a dexterity check, but Bonesaw Randy has marksman. You see something shifting in the far fucking distance, Randy, in the darkness.
Ooh, there's something in the dark.
Felix speaks up. Yes, there's a lot of things in the dark. Do you want to be less less
Ambiguous.
yes, less ambiguous? Thank you.
Alright.
Shifty shadow type things. I
They
really
approach
can't.
they approach out the shadows just like out of the darkness enough for you to see, Randy, that there are more half mutants approaching.
Oh, it's more of those things we fought in the lobby. Oh,
Shit.
Our paycheck is here. As Anthony takes out the minigun.
There seems to be three of them approaching you guys, and they're about 80 feet away.
they're approaching rapidly.
Huh.
Oi! What's
There's a
taking so long with
Minecraft
this goddamn
villager with them. Her.
Oi, puta! Get the goddamn elevator moving.
I'm working as fast as I can. It's gonna take me 3 turns. It's not exactly easy to hack the system here. So, within 80 feet, the only person who could take a reasonable shot is Randy here. Randy, for every 10 feet further than your gun, you lose a weapon die. Do you want to shoot?
Mm.
I assume it's like about 10 to hit, but you should try and do your best to conserve ammunition.
I'm gonna hold.
All right. Because everyone else is out of range of fire, you all go into Overwatch, essentially. And just as the next turn would come, the 3 half mutants make it from 80 feet. Yeah, 60 to 60 feet. Anthony and Randy both have weapons that can hit 60 feet. Uh, Randy would go first with his Overwatch. There's half mutant A, B, and C. They're respectfully all. The first one to actually make Overwatch would be the half mutant A. So he's within 60 feet, Randy. You can't aim with Overwatch. So you can go ahead and roll for accuracy for me.
What am I doing? I can just.
Yep, that's a crit. So you don't have to roll for this. It's because it's a 5d12. You don't even have to calculate it. You blew off its head. Pong! With a reaction fire as half mutant B makes its way down the corridor. Donovan, you can fire at half mutant B now.
Alright, let's see. My weapon dice is. How much? Like, when I shoot with this, how much
10
ammo am I
bullets.
using? Gotcha. So it's a 68 plus 3. 6. Oh. 6. Wait. Oh, it's 8, not 8. 66. Plus 3.
That's a
That's a
crit.
crit.
The bullets just cheese the fuck out of the half mutant. You don't have to roll for damage as it just blows his upper torso off as his legs are the last thing to move before jumping onto the ground. Half mutant C makes his way to 60 feet and stops its turn. Next turn starts, which would be either Randy or Mercury going first.
Randy, why don't you goddamn finish this thing off?
You want to finish it off, Randy?
No. Bonesaw needs to conserve ammunition.
As the monster moans.
That's disgusting.
Damn, it was the Minecraft one that's still alive.
Oh, I got that one.
So wait, you guys are not going to shoot at 60 feet.
Nah, we're just gonna keep waiting.
Okay, it approaches 40 feet, and there's 2 turns remaining for the hacking to be done. Mercury, do you want to run it melee? He's within your range to run up to it.
How many mutants are there now?
Just the one.
Just one.
Yeah, I want to walk up and try to whack it.
Running up full speed towards the mutant, go ahead and roll a 3d10. Plus 3, of course. Which is a crit anyway. You jettison its fucking head across the wall. It just splats this ichorish red paste across the wall. Familiar to the regular audience of Overarms, that's similar to the paste that you would see in Novus's labs.
Now that's what I call a fucking home run.
Smash hit, if I would say so myself.
3 more killed.
$7,000.
The elevator's ready. Twing! A satisfactory
About damn
sound.
time.
We can take it all the way down to the 3rd floor basement if you would like. Or we can systematically clean out each floor.
I want a bigger paycheck. What do you guys
clean
think?
out each floor for safety reasons.
Looks at this guy motherfuckingly like, what mercenaries? The fuck do we care about safety reasons?
I meant for us, dumbass.
Felix-
In character, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Felix would nod. I have to agree with Mercury. We should clear each floor one by one. Otherwise, we run the risk of being ambushed by something.
He does have a point.
We do not get paid if we do not survive.
However, unfortunately, I have to be a little bit conservative with my ammo here.
We can find more ammo on the floors below. This is a research facility, weapons facility. We may even find better weapons.
What, you vote Republican?
Felix rolls his eyes as he gets the elevator going to the basement first floor.
What eye?
Fuck you! He rolls his eye.
Wow.
Fucking
Upon entering the 2nd floor, the first area that you guys come across, where you now have 3 decisions on the basement area 1, you come across this office area with several computer terminals. They don't seem to be connected to anything because the monitors are broken. There are several large colored stains on the wall everywhere. There seems to be an ominous glowing metal box across the wall. But practically in this little terminal area, you guys can continue to explore the rest of the basement area, regardless of the things in this room. What would you guys like to do for 3 decisions?
Alright, Felix, you got that, it's on the 3rd floor where the task force team is, right?
Sorry, say that again?
The people who are supposed to keep this place going, they're on the 3rd floor, right?
Basement 3rd floor, correct.
Shit, what floor are we on?
Basement floor 1.
Okay. Why don't you do a quick hack to see if there's some kind of like ammunition depot or something,
Okay.
considering the goddamn, we'll be fighting a lot.
So you're asking him to interface with this mechanical box as if it were ammo resupply, right?
So yeah, to try to figure out what's on what is anything key specific on this floor. You know, ammunition.
Oh,
Maybe some-
I see. Yeah, like a data terminal to figure out things. Okay. He is going to roll a D100. He gets typical difficulty for these kind of terminals are excuse me, for the untrained, something like 80. No, sorry, 70. So for him, at 70 default as a default difficulty, he reduces it down to 50 because the data terminal he carries. He rolls it down to another 20. He rolls it by negative. He goes down to 30 because of his intelligence in technology and background. So he needs to roll. No, yes, under 70. That's what I meant to say. So he rolls 70 and under. People who are not as skilled as him have to roll 30 and under. Yeah, so he rolls 70 and under. He passes with a D100. So, um,
Nice.
spending one of your group's decisions, Felix pulls out his left data board and begins to try to hack the metal interface. Before long, he's able to download what's it called? A local map of the area. Uh, there seems to be a weapons supply depot on this floor where the security task force was. There is a what's it called? Uh, Food quarters, living areas. There is a electronic closet that can be investigated. There is a section called conference room, dormitory, like conference room area. There's a lot of different mini map locations. Too many to list, of course, because again, this whole idea is that you guys explore it. So when going to different areas, you guys won't be ambushed by random events on this floor due to the floor map that Felix has installed.
I
All right.
say, I say we go get more ammunition just to be safe.
I agree on that. I want your wheel. Everyone else, let's get going, shall we? Muchachos. Muchachos, let's begin our parade, muchachos. I'll cover the wheel.
Oh, actually, the metal terminal gave Felix not like the blueprint to the floor, but access to the security cameras. You guys cannot be ambushed on this floor. So whenever you transition to different areas, there cannot be an ambush because you guys are always aware.
Nice.
As you transition to the next scene, there is no ambush on this floor, but you guys transition from this room into the next area for the ammunition depot. And let me see if I can't generate a quick image of that.
You might want to keep watching those cameras. I heard there's a mechanical fox around who get really pissed off.
Yeah, he's very naughty. Oh, the Carbone is very naughty. Likes to play with not. What the hell that goddamn means? Did we just start hearing the oh. You know that there you go. It's just Freddy's like
Troubadour March.
Just start hearing that as we're walking through the
I'm
corridor.
sorry, I'm generating the artwork. I'm trying to find something I like.
So, Felix, buddy, pal. When did you start your whole tackle thingamabob?
When I was younger, my father gave me a technical charm. Oh, hey, that is perfect. Holy shit, I could not have asked for anything better. Got the image. When I was much younger, my father gave me a Hackamatron. It was a analog two light system that could hack rudimentary systems using a simple electric interfacing. And from there, my passion had grown.
Yeah. When I was 8, my dad gave me his 9mm.
You guys walk
Next
into
thing,
a room. As you open the first door, there's a copious amount of ammunition just lying there. It seems to be several portions of this ammunition seem to be covered in some sort of yellow and black tape. There's also a pile that isn't covered in that colored taping. Whilst you guys have investigated this room, you find that there's going to be 3 boxes of regular ammunition of the player's choice, as well as 3 ammunition boxes of that special black and yellow taped ammunition.
Give a good old. Give me and Bonesaw do an investigation with the ammo typist because of our backgrounds.
Well, I'll have to give it to the heavy weapons expert instead. You look at the weapon, the ammunition, that the black and yellow taped ammunition, and you begin to take like a more curious stare at it as you pick it up. You give it a sniff, you give it a lick, you give it a shake, you put it next to your ear, you shake it again, you shake it again, you look at the bullet, you realize that it's uranium. Depleted uranium bullets.
Oh, well,
Sounds
I'll be damned.
dangerous.
Yes,
Oh no,
very fucking
no, my boy.
dangerous.
These damn things. Whew, these damn things are more than any paycheck will ever get paid. If we clear up the whole building and get $1 million gold out of this whole fucking thing, these things, mi amigo, these things. Whew,
There's 5 in
they'll
one
chew
box.
that paycheck up.
There's 5 in one box, and there's a special launcher for it that is not in this room. You cannot fire these bullets from a particular gun.
Like you kind of see, he's kind of like getting a bit excited by like his hands opening and closing. Okay.
Now, hide your boner.
Hello?
Oi. Calm a sec. It's just that you don't
So,
really
who is
find
taking the
uranium
ammunition?
tip.
The regular ammunition.
Well, yeah, you guys can load up on that. I'll go grab the uranium tips.
You want to pick a box up? You want to pick one box of depleted uranium tips?
Yeah,
Okay.
never know when that's going.
That will be 2 item slots. So on your character sheet, we're gonna add 4 and 5. Sorry. Depleted uranium bullets.
Uranium fever.
So how much is in this box?
You know?
There's only 5 bullets.
Damn! How? Holy shit! This box is taking 5 rounds,
Yep.
and I can't shoot them. With
You
this
do
gun.
not see the
Hey,
weapon in this floor.
well, in this room.
No, you guys have the mini map for this floor. I can say this floor.
Oh,
I can say this
damn.
floor.
Okay, we're gonna have Aquaman do it again. We're gonna find that gun. Mita. It will. Poor beast. He takes out this minigun. Look, we saw like what? Street Shock and a Flying Hawkman. Something a bit more
So you guys have
picture,
one
you
more
know?
decision left. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm sure everyone else is also. I've got the uranium tip ammunition. What do you guys pick now?
What can I pick up?
There's just a pile of 3 boxes of regular ammunition. They turn into a clip of a single ammunition type of whatever gun you're using.
So no grenades.
If you want to take one of the ammunitions as grenades, I can give you 2 grenades.
I'll take more grenades.
What type of grenades do you want?
I'll take one flash. Wait, what kind of grenade parts do we have again? I know we have the fiery ones, and I know we have flash.
Incendiary, flashbang, explosive, decoy. You choose a type, and I'll have to roll a D100 to see what you get.
Let's go for decoy.
Decoy? Okay. Decoy is not that hard of a grenade to get. So you're going to roll. You go ahead and roll a D100 for me. You're trying to roll under 45.
D100.
Nope. You got explosive grenades.
All right, then I'll take them. So that's how much do I have now that I pick up?
You picked it. I'll send it to you. Hold on. I'm just going to call it grenade. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Evie, do you pick up ammunition?
Give me the extra clip.
There's 2 more boxes left. Do you want both of them?
Yes.
Okay. So, one item slot can only carry up to 2 clips. So let me go to your character sheet real quick. Because, yeah, you have 2 clips there. One box is 1 clip, but then you get another clip. Okay, and I'll just tackle this on over here for. There's going to be another 2 ammunition clips for the for your rifle, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So now you have 4 clips, but they are represented as 2 sets of 2. Because the one on you is like personal, and then now you're carrying extras. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. All right. With you guys done with this portion of the decision, you're on to your last decision for this basement floor. What do you guys want to do?
Well,
We already looked around the room, right? There's nothing else interesting to find.
Just
we know
there
we
was
got
just
the layout.
yeah. You guys. Well, the layout just lets you know that you won't get ambushed. But there is
Yeah.
nothing else special in this ammunition room. No. You'll have to create a new decision to make a new environment to explore.
I guess we just continue on. I guess. What do you guys think?
Let's go find like a key code or something. I don't know.
You mentioned a conference room. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
There might be There might be a key card in the conference room. Good thinking, Randy. Good thinking. Hold on. Let me spawn a conference room. How do you guys think about the
Killing artists.
how do you guys feel about the AI art?
You're killing artists. You're putting artists out of the job.
Ooh, this is actually something that I would see in my workplace.
Oh man.
I mean, they are if they when they use maliciously, but for this stuff like this, it's fine.
Oh yeah, no. I'm making a joke.
I know.
So you guys come across an impossible situation here. You walk into
Impossible.
yes, because when you walk
Impossible.
in impossible situation. As you walk into the conference room areas, you see that you see each of this area floor that's surrounding this conference room area, their walls are all covered with these large blue paneled windows that reflect perfectly into an impossible city in the distance with mega skyscrapers hitting different vast portions of this wall of different areas far past from you. This conference room is an enigma of some sort of reality. It doesn't seem to make sense. You guys are underground. You took an elevator down here.
Huh.
So while in the conference room, you guys are exploring for the key card, correct?
Yeah.
Which of you are you going to elect to look for the key card? This will be the event revealer.
I'll keep an eye out on the exit, just in case something pops up. One of you two handle this.
The man in the metal suit says, not me.
Pretty much.
Okay. Randy, Mercury, which one of you guys want to be the event revealer for this?
Might as well.
You got it, Randy?
I got it.
Okay. So, you're going to roll a D100. You don't know exactly what the event is, but I can't tell you the DC, but I will tell you your modifiers for going into this while being on this floor, looking specifically for a key card. You have marksman, so that means you get a plus 20 to your roll. I'll tell you I'll deal out the modifiers from in my head, but just for you to know, you get that bonus. And I'll give you a plus 10 for being plus 10 for your backstory for being you've been part of other military operations, right?
Yes.
And you just seem to be suffering from a severe case of PTSD.
No. See, it's not severe anymore. Therapy is really
Okay,
Good.
great. So
I'm
you get a
happy for
plus
you.
30. You get plus 30 for everything today. Roll a d100 for me. Let's see if you find the key card. Ah, no dice.
Absolutely not.
So close. 35 was the target goal. You make your way across the eerie, silent floor of the conference room.
Is that
Everyone,
with the plus 20?
yeah, I lowered the DC accordingly. It went from a
Uh,
65 to a 35. You had to roll below 35. You roll a 36, unfortunately. Sorry, friend. So, you begin exploring the conference room. You look between the glasses, and you can see that there's people laying there on the tables, just motionless. Pools of what seemed to be red blood just spilling, already spilt onto the floor, dried even in some areas. But they're just all kind of face down in each of these rooms. And because you did not pass the event check, you decide it's best for you not to explore the rest of this floor. There seems to be a large conference room where a large blank red screen is projecting something. But again, failing the event, you decide it's best to just leave it alone and not get involved. And you walk away. The group has spent their final decision, and with Felix leading the way, you guys return back to the elevator and make your way down to the basement, second floor. We'll take a small 5-minute break, take a little stretch, get some water. How are you guys feeling?
Good. Let's keep up this energy. Hopefully, we'll all go home without any lasting injuries or trauma.
Smile, trauma. Smile, trauma. Smile, trauma.
Smile through the trauma.
Smile away, Lance. Smile away through the trauma. Yeah, so everything we're exploring is also canonical to the research facility. So yes, Novus Industry had plutonium-tipped bullets lying around.
Uranium tip.
Uranium
Those are
tipped.
very expensive bullets.
Uranium fever has gone and got me down.
If you want to be specific, Mr. Jackass over here, Danny, it's depleted uranium rounds.
I know. And I know where you got that from.
Well, you can burn that.
You can dance if you want to. We're gonna leave your friends behind. What if your friends don't dance? And if they don't dance, well,
No friends of
No
mine.
fun of mine.
Well,
we can go where you want to.
Let's dance.
To a place we'll never find. Well, what?
Dog's dying on us now.
Baby, no! Sorry, I'm just also getting myself something to eat. Oh, I bought a book from Goodwill. I
I
bought, huh?
also bought a book from Goodwill.
Yeah, the book's called Grimm's Complete Fairy Tale.
Oh no.
Yep. I bought me a copy of the Brothers Grimm book. But I just saw it there. I was like, are you serious? It's such a good condition, too. It's like, it's not even fucking messed up or anything. And I was like, that's just too good for me to pass. I have to get it. Angels and have songs.
Oh, this time you didn't need to hack a goddamn. computer console. That's convenient.
Sorry, just really need to get something in my system, you know? Okay. Um, I don't know if you guys stood up or did any stretching. I did. You guys good to go? Or we're all just waiting on me?
Is Loon back?
Okay, maybe Loon's not back here, but Danny, are you here? Nope, just you and me, Evie. That's
Oh
good.
no.
No, that's good. That's fine. I don't mind waiting. Because all I really need to do is just get, like, something to drink and some food to me, and I'm good to go. I gotta keep coming up with some ideas to fucking AI generate while we wait. What would Evie ask me to do?
Alright.
Glory hole in a office space. What is this AI gonna give me for a glory hole in office space?
Glory hole?
Yep.
It might flag you for NSFW.
I like the picture it gave me, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna try it again. Let me see. Come on, give me something for NSW. Come on, give it to me. Ah, that's not bad either. What the fuck? I like it.
What, you want to put office glory hole?
I put glory hole in an office space. Yeah, every single one of them has been a banger. Oh my god. What the fuck?
What are you using?
Deepai.org.
There you go.
No, Evie. I'm trying to AI generate it.
That was.
Oh my god, it was?
Yeah.
For shame, AI. For shame. Well, I got the ones that I've been generating that I think are they're cyberpunk related. Oh my god, Jesus.
My back.
I know, right?
Welcome back.
You can dance if you want to. We can leave your friends behind. Love how I put in androgynous cowboy in this.
He put Macho Man Randy Savage.
I put androgynous cowboy in this AI generator so I can get an actual better picture of Edmund. And
He's a big boy now.
I get the Chad meme wearing a cowboy hat.
That's perfect. Oh my god.
I was imagining.
I'm AI generating stuff for this roleplay. I'm actually having so much fun doing this.
I'm continuously generating office glory hole.
What would
androgynous cowboy with feminine face? I just get straight up a monstrosity. Here, I got a picture for a new Anima user.
Posted in the overarms.
Nope, it's going to a DM.
Oh, that's actually not bad. Yo,
You say that, but you're gonna need brain bleach for the next one I sent you.
that's fine. Excuse me. Damn, I can use that for... No, I already have someone for Hell Frozen Rain. Let me look at the list of the name of the anima users, the animas that need anima users. Ooh! I could make that one. That's an interesting one. Not that one. I'm not interested.
You like the office glory hole picture I sent you?
I found it so disturbing.
Line.
Like, it's so suggestive and disturbing because you didn't even need to get the 2x4 in the back over there with the hole. You didn't need to do it, but you did.
Line, do you want to see the office glory hole picture that
I'll
I sent?
pass. I'll pass.
Oh! Evie! She's gonna be Puff Dragon.
Nice. I'll be right back.
Wait, we're gonna start soon. But okay, we'll wait for you. Ooh, I wonder if I can generate... Cute animator? Okay,
Welcome back.
I went into there's a bunch of IRL friends they're playing Overwatch.
I typed in... Yeah, sorry. A bunch of your friends were playing something?
Yeah, they're playing Overwatch too, so I hopped in their chat and I said, "Happy Halloween! Look what I posted in the NSFW chat. I've been messing around with the AI generator. This is Office Glory Hole."
The first thing I put for a dragon made entirely of clouds. Look at this. Look at this. This shit's fucking
Look at that schlong.
It's fucking scheming, Evie. That's what it's doing.
Got a schlong. Here you go. You ready for another Office Glory Hole?
Oh, kind of not.
You want some rust?
No.
No, I'm not.
Okay, this one's a much better picture. Not you.
I think I like Puff the Dragon. It's such a stupid looking. That's not even a dragon. It's like a monkey.
No, but I'm not using that.
You don't want to use that when I sent you for the office glory hole?
No, I'm talking about Puff the Dragon. That's not what I'm using. Why? Evie, they purposely did that.
Sorry it
Why?
took so long.
The office glory holes. You don't want to know.
Lou, do you want to see the pictures of the office glory holes?
I don't want
I'm
to.
sorry, what?
I do not want to see.
I'll pass. I don't want to see any glory holes.
Safe for work.
Well, if we're all ready, we can begin.
Yes, sorry it took a bit. I had to go feed Misha and clean up after her.
No, you're fine, dude. Absolutely, don't be
You
worried.
sure you don't want a little extra rust, don't you?
I'm gonna have to get
I'm
my booster
sure.
shots after that. There are some really cool ideas here.
Well, I found, unfortunately, if the face wasn't so masculine, I might have found a perfect picture for Edmund. But the face is too masculine and the eye is going the other direction.
Let me see before we continue. I mean, you should still use it. It's really good. That's why. I don't think you'd get anything better than that for a while.
You're killing content creators.
I can't afford content creators.
All right, hold on. I'm going to be honest real quick, right? I can't afford content creators either. However, I am currently using a copyrighted image for Edmund.
Yeah, I'd rather an AI generated, which is public domain as far as I know. So let's continue with the roleplay now. I think you should use it, Evie, but that's your discretion, not mine. You guys move down to the second floor.
Anything different on this floor? Like,
When you arrive, there is a plethora. There's this opening stage area from just the elevator alone that there are a plethora of dead corpses all littered across the area. These tall, standing, green-like humanoid creatures take their places. There are about 5 of these targets. There's a sixth one, a large creature with several like starfish-like appendages that spread out.
ah, I don't think they're gonna have a. I don't think amigos are never gonna pay us enough for this kind of shit.
There are 5 green creatures, and there is a starfish-like creature. Combat begins with the fastest going being either Mercury or Vandy. Gentlemen, the A, B, and C green creatures are 30 feet away from you. This A, B, and C, and then D and E are 50 feet away, with the starfish being the furthest at 65 feet. Which one of you two would like to go first?
Or repeat the scenario again one more time.
The green creatures, there are 5 of them. A through E. A, B, C, D, E. Yep. A,
Each
B, and
more uglier than last.
yeah, A, B, and C are 30 feet away. C and D are 40 feet away. The furthest target is the starfish, which is 65 feet away.
Hmm. Let's go. Oh, so there's 5 of these creatures, and so there's 5 creatures, and then what? Tell me more.
The starfish-like one. I said it 3 times now. It's at 65 feet. Did you hear that too, or am I cutting off?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Hmm. What do you guys think? I say go to the left.
I said we just let the guy who can do range handle them. Any of them that's too close to us, you come over back. You're back. We'll cover you.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Keep me out of conflict, he says. So that sounds like Randy's going first.
All right.
Randy, when you ready your MK14, you take note that these creatures seem to have some sort of like greenish texture across their skin. This might make them a little bit difficult to hit. Not overwhelmingly, but you can see that there might be a trouble with the bullet maybe. Go ahead and roll.
Oh no. Camouflage.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm
Oh,
gonna
which
aim at the
target?
starfish.
Starfish is at 65. That means you have to take up just 5 feet of movement, then fire.
Fine.
You gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You step just in range for the starfish, and you level your MK14. Go ahead and roll for accuracy.
I can't aim because I moved.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. 25. That indeed does fucking hit, and it's a crit for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your damage is 5d12, right?
Yep. 5d12 plus 3.
So that's 63. Roll a d12 for me. That's 68 damage. You blew off 3 of its tentacles with a single shot. There's an inhuman scream, as you can see from the tentacles that were blown off, but they begin to slowly take form of their own creatures. They don't have legs, but instead they undulate from surfaces from which they touched. The starfish creature is still alive. You did 68 damage.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
What would you like to do? You still have 1 decision left.
Fire again.
Will do. Go ahead and crit. If you can.
Can I aim this time or no?
No. No. You spent your movement. That didn't need it anyway, because that's a crit. So another 63 with another d12. That's a 73. So you blow off the
Damn.
remaining tentacles, making 6 piles of indiscriminate locations up to, I'd say, 75 feet away. So they're the furthest things around, but you can see certain areas of this place covered with this tentacle-like appendage that's slowly attaching itself to the environment. But the main
Ew.
construct that you shot it twice through the center of mass, and the force was so powerful it blew off those tentacles. But now that there's no more left, it falls limp to its side, and it turns into a puddle of its own mass and dies. Starfish creature's dead.
Hey, Bonesaw, good work as always, amigo. Let's take out the rest, okay?
I appreciate that. Yeah. The bigger threat.
Okay,
Now I'm starting to miss Easter egg
Murphy.
all of a sudden.
Sorry, Randy. You're next.
No, is it?
Yeah, it's Randy. So Mercury. Sorry, Mercury.
Yeah, it's Nate Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball dude.
Yep. You go whack him. You also have a pistol you can use too.
Yep. So, how much of these are left standing now?
There are still 5. There are still 5 half mute. No, sorry, not half mutants. 5 green creatures approaching you guys. There are 6 tentacles, but they are very far away. There is no more tentacle creature, as Bonesaw Randy killed it.
Can I throw a grenade at these things?
Yes,
Oh.
you can.
Okay, I'll toss some incendiary grenades at them.
Go ahead and roll for me a 3d10. This is for
Okay.
accuracy. A 14
Well,
is high enough. Yep. No celestial events can happen to humans. I thought we already established that too.
yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
Bone Saw wishes to speak to a celestial.
So
I'm
damage is
busy.
10 as well, right?
No, you don't have to roll again. That 14 hits hits the 3 in the front line. Go ahead and roll for me. I mean, the grenade doesn't have to roll for damage. I have to make a damage template, a damage template for grenades in typical. It deals reliable 25 true damage. That is enough
Nice.
to severely injure the 3 in the front line, but not enough to kill them.
One
Yep.
more. I guess I got to throw one more grenade at these fuckers.
Go ahead and roll for accuracy. 3d10. That does hit. Another grenade rolling right between the middle one. Just explodes 3 of them into a gore of explosion. Adding another kill count. 3 more to the kill count.
Okay, so that's 5 kills for me in total so far.
Yeah, you can individually track. I'm keeping a track of all the kills. All right. With Mercury's turn done, half mutants D and E approach. They make from 45 feet to 25 feet. The tentacles in the back cannot move. Now it's Donovan's turn as the last player. There are two not half mutants, 2 green creatures approaching.
Looks at his .45. Or correct before looking at his minigun. What are we feeling, amigo? What are we feeling, muchachos?
Oh,
Over the
sorry,
pills?
Donovan, not your turn yet. Sorry, forgot. Felix goes.
Felix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Felix
Felix.
takes his first decision. Hold on, let me go to my character sheet. He spends 3 bullets to fire on what's it called? The approaching zombie. No, sorry, not approaching zombies. The approaching green creatures. Rolling a 3d8. That hits. Oh, that's actually a crit because he plus 3. Yeah, so he crits, dealing 6d8. 68 damage. 6 times 8 plus 3. 51. Yeah, it's way more than enough. He completely eviscerates a single zombie, single green creature by blowing its forehead off, dropping on the ground immediately. He turns his sights and looks at the other one and rolls to accuracy. That's also a crit. Another 3 bullets. Going down to 19 shots. Running a little dry over here.
You're gonna hack a console anyway and figure out where the next ammo dump is. Alright? After that, Lord.
Not exactly. The room is partially cleared, as you guys can continue investigating the rest of this floor without being molested by the tentacles. You can also interact with the tentacles if you like, but that's a decision. You're on the basement second floor. You have 3 decisions. Go. You can
I don't
also
know
talk,
about
of course.
interacting
Well,
with tentacles.
I was gonna say, like, first off, let's get Felix to hack into the console so we can get a better scope of the land. I know it's not to like say what we're gonna do, but we don't get ambushed when I'm trying to put.
Yeah, no worries. Donovan, since you're the one wanting to find this metal, like something like a terminal, you're gonna roll a d100 for me.
Activates. So what's? I'm gonna use the how you said heads up the spray to kind of like help him with like identifying what he needs.
Sure. That'll give you a plus 10. Can you think of anything else that'll help you out to find this terminal?
I mean, clearly, it'll be right there out in kind of the opening, considering how the last floor had the terminals just kind of right there, and you don't want to recall how they looked like.
When you look around,
Just
you
fun.
notice that in your immediate environment, you don't see a metal terminal like before.
Hmm. So he's just looking for like what maybe could be an office terminal.
Exactly. So,
Luckily-
so you're not exactly sure what you're looking for, but you're trying to find something similar to an interface, which is what
Yeah, like
why you rolled
he's
in the first place.
He's looking for a rectangular shape, and it's glowing.
Yeah. So, is everyone in agreement for Donovan to search?
The search, yeah.
Yeah. So like what do I need to roll for this, Chief?
A D100. It's an event.
Oh, 61.
With your modifier, that just gets you in.
Oh,
So
Felix.
you make your way. No, hold on. So whilst the rest of the group are assessing the ground zero of the elevator where they just finished their firefight, Donovan, you make your way over to a curious panel that seems to be jutting out from the wall that's been forced into itself. This building has been forced into some sort of firefight you guys are just late to coming across. And this part of the wall doesn't actually belong here. It seems to be part of another room, but the terminal has been forced through the wall for this particular situation.
I want to imagine like Donovan looked at the terminal a little bit. Like he begins to touch the keys at it. Sees if you move the mouse, see if it's still functional.
To your surprise, yes, fully functional, in fact.
Oh, oi, Felix!
The
I found
group,
your baby mama.
yeah, the group approaches as Felix walks over and begins to use the last charge in his hacker board, as he's lost power in his charger board, a hacker board. He's able to download this floor's basically security cameras. So again, guys won't get ambushed down here. But now he needs to go find like an external energy source to recharge his hacker board. Otherwise,
Oi.
I'm gonna have to spend a lot more time at each terminal trying to hack it.
Yeah, we can't really afford to spend. God, what the hell is going on with this fucking?
You have
First off, hey, did you find anything with those uranium bullets I got?
you're gonna have to make a D100 roll again. This time, I'm gonna
I'm
tell you.
asking him.
Yes, I know. I'm telling you, this is your thing. You're rolling a D100. The default difficulty is at an 80. You're on. No, sorry. The default difficulty is the 20 because you have to roll lower than a 20. You're on B floor 2, so your difficulty goes from 80. Sorry, from 20 to 25. So you have 1/4 of a chance of finding the weapon on this floor.
Yeah, this isn't spending a decision.
Correct. Not spending a decision.
Fuck. Damn. It's not on the street. What the? My
Oh
God.
no.
Anyway, there's 2 more decisions left for everybody. Randy, you haven't
I say
decided
we.
something. Hold on, Randy, you haven't decided something recently.
He went. Well, he went to the ammo depot, but. Yeah, Randy, what do you want to do?
I think we need to go continue to find that key.
I second
We
that.
haven't. Hopefully, we find some
Key
batteries
cards?
for you. Felix.
Wait, what are we going for? Key cards?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking for a place with intel. All right. Spending a decision. Let me see what I can pull up. You find yourselves exploring the second floor basement when you come across a room with a large black orb sitting on the wall, iridescent colored panels across the ceiling, and a man sitting slumped on on a chair with a table. He seems to be apathetically sitting there thinking.
Are you pondering the orb, my dear friends?
He's not looking at the orb. He's looking at the desk.
We should watch this person carefully.
Yeah, Felix looks over at everybody. I agree with this. We should be careful about who we send in there to speak with him. We all shouldn't go there at once. Who do you want to elect to speak with the man?
I guess I will. I think I'm the one with the most people besides our tech whiz over here.
Okay. Russell, so Andy, are you good with that? Donovan, are you good with that?
I'll keep an eye out. You do got a baseball bat for close quarter.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Randy agrees too. So then, Russell, you make your way into the conference room. When you enter the room, there's a particular sort of hygienic smell that wafts into your face almost immediately, like if you were going into a hospital. How sterile the air smells in here.
Oh,
The background
Jesus.
terminal goes, "Hello there, welcome."
Hello.
I am Aegis, terminal AI in practice. The avatar in the front of you sits up. It waves. You realize that thing on the wall, the black apparatus on the wall, is controlling the person in the chair. Come, you have come for the examination, did you not?
What
Yes.
examination?
You were clearly briefed on the examination. I cannot go over the procedure. I cannot go over the details of the procedure. Only that to confirm if you are or not the examinee for this procedure. Are you?
I think I might be in the wrong place in that case.
Okay, then you do know where the door is, and it slumps back down. The avatar, as the computer kind of whirls into an off sound.
Maybe you want to give it a good look around, amigo? See what this thing's telling us?
Some I got scared at the examination because I don't know what that is. Um,
How about we get Felix
so
in here?
Mr. Techwist, do you think you can hack this thing and see if we can find anything about the examination?
He points at his hacker board. It's off. I would have extreme amount of difficulty hacking some sort of AI construct by myself. No telling how long it'll take me to simply get through one of its logic barriers.
Fuck.
So either we talk to it, or we spend
If it's
half a
any
day.
constellation, he pulls up his background of hacker specialist. The AI doesn't seem hostile. And we're in some sort of medical facility, so there might be an examination, a physical examination. Especially since the AI has the ability to control the person in the room, it might be forced to do some sort of precisionary examinations. It might be
I'm
worth,
getting out of
yeah,
this script.
yeah, it might be worth going through. The payout may be a physical enhancement for us.
I can't trust
Well,
this thing to fuck with my body. No, no way.
How about you,
Honestly,
Randy?
if I had a choice, I would cut the power to this thing so it can't turn on. I'm that suspicious of it.
We can deactivate it.
that sounds like a waste of bloody time.
Randy, what do you want to do?
What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
As far as I can assume, perhaps dismemberment. It is a medical procedure after all. Or at least it seems to be one. So you have a chance of a physical enhancement, Randy, or you get a debuff. Odds are a 60-40.
Mm.
And if you can give me plausible reason, I can give you more give you more buffs to make it easier.
Let me try to talk to it.
Okay, Randy walks into the conference room and it. Hello there, I'm Agus, the artificial AI for this examination room. Are you the examinee?
Uh, uh, I've been unfortunately one of the examinee has been not really cooperative. Cooperative, if you catch my drift.
Oh no, that is unfortunate to hear.
He
Please,
uh he unfortunately slept through orientation.
are you a then intern in place for the examinee?
No. Although I told him what the examination was, he still wants me to get it from you.
I am confused.
He's not believing me. He wants to hear it from your mouth. What the examination entails.
I can only perform the examination, you must understand. My protocols prevent me from explaining the examination. I need
I've
to confirm.
tried. I've tried to tell him that, but he won't listen.
I cannot bypass my protocol. Are you the examinee? We can add a new entry if you are not a registered name on the list.
Uh, Let me see if I can go grab him.
You walk out the conference room and the computer. Felix raises his eye.
It's hell bent on doing that examination. Yeah.
Felix raises his eyebrow, so then we'd either destroy it or leave it.
Or we do it.
I'm not going on that table.
You already have metal bits of me fouling. What's some more metal on you?
He raises his MP5. I am no one's guinea pig.
Fine. I'll do it my goddamn self then. Anthony gets out of the mecha suit. Not his mecha suit, his heavy armor. Alright.
Oh. Are you sure this is a wise move, Felix?
Look, if I turn around before you entering, if I lose any of my meaty bits, the suit's actuators will just compensate for me.
I don't think that's how the door closes. Hello, I'm the Aegis AI caged unit for this examination room. Are you the examinee?
Yeah. I am your examinee, I am your boss, I am your examiner, whatever you want to call me, darling. So, what do we do?
Wonderful. Please instruct me your name so I can cross-reference it with our database.
I fucking knew it.
Anthony looks over the slumped body. It's like a name
No,
tag
it's
on
not
it.
slumped. It's sat up entirely.
Oh.
The AI is talking through it.
Anthony would still look through the pockets of the weapons of whatever the person was.
It backs up. Please refrain from touching my avatar. Please provide me your name.
I'm a new guy. Anthony.
That's perfectly fine.
Donovan.
Anthony Donovan. Your name has been officially updated to our registry. We'll fill out the rest of your medical information, back history, social security, bank information, and other information required at a later date.
Right, I don't really see that happening, but you do you, gorgeous. You do you.
The table pulls apart and then goes into the ground as the avatar has you the other chairs sink into the ground too, where the center table begins to turn itself into an office, not an office, but a hospital bed for you to sit on. Please sit down on the bed.
What do you say? So, am I gonna feel like some kind of nap?
You see that
expecting?
So everyone outside's watching. They see the iridescent ceiling and wall panels all flip to reveal several large metal arms and actuators. Several with blades and needles and all the kind of things that would scare the shit out of somebody as you are strapped onto the medical bed. This procedure is for enhancing the bone density calcium rate of one's skeletal system. If successful, it may increase your bile density, but it will prevent you from taking bullets to your sternum and other such locations, making you near practically
Neat.
invulnerable.
Neat. What's the failure?
You die.
Respiratory problems.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yep. You
Wait.
suffer respiratory issues, which means that you can only take one decision per turn, and you have only 2 death saving throws instead of 3.
I'm all too familiar with those.
See, you're closer to death. You have a 64.
Well,
You're already strapped in. You have a 60-40 odds, as I said to Evie.
well, it's a good thing that Donovan's he's already used to such procedures with medical and whatnot. So he has a high pain threshold for whatever's going to come at him.
70-30. Any other modifiers you could think of?
Death.
I was going to say, like, he's had
Blood
relative.
Bowl
He's
is
had
also an official sport in Spiral City.
what?
Blood Bowl.
Yes.
Oh, then yeah. Well, he's not Spiral City native, but he has seen his mother and his grandmother were both nurses. You know, there's a blah blah. So he pretty much knows of some good details of medical stuff, procedures like this. He's seen people go under the knife at times because they wanted to push him to be a doctor.
I give that a +5.
Fantastic. So I'll take a 75 over 25.
So you have to roll under 75. Go ahead, D100.
You had one job.
It was under, dude. I succeeded.
You passed.
You had one job.
Fuck you. I'm going to punch you in the fucking face.
The procedure feels near painless, but then a sudden jolt of fire bursts through your veins as the actuators keep you down. Your skin begins to turn a jet metal silver. Anthony, you forcibly turn your skin from white to silver. You shine like chrome metal.
Nano machines.
Like Lance
Yeah,
feels of the
you're now
floor.
considered. So hold on. You're now considered human, and you have also another category. You are considered metal construct.
What the hell did that thing do to you?
I'll tell you what it didn't do to me.
You sit up, tink
Fuck
tink.
me up.
You realize, Danny, that with this upgrade, you don't need CS anymore. You are heavy armor without the debuff.
You are CS.
I was like, damn it. I do not want to leave my suit here. The freaks and whatnot. Ugh. I don't suppose any of you lads would be, any of you muchachos would be so kind enough to just for them to put it on.
You could still equip it yourself, but you just don't get any benefits, and it'll just lose durability as you wear it. You also still get the slow debuff. Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll come back for it. Kind of caresses the chest piece of CS. I'll be back for you, baby.
You have to write the note then, Danny, to regather CS. It's on the basement floor too.
Basement floor 2, CS. Gotcha. Putting that down the notes.
All right.
Meanwhile, so he's like, yeah.
You shine like metal. That's not natural.
Coming from the metal man himself. I thought you'd be happy for me. Look at this.
Correct. You have discarded your humanity for the more superior metal. I'm only envious, not anything more.
Well, we also got resource data. We know that Novus or whoever the fuck decided to do this has this available.
All right. You guys have one last decision. Couldn't find a key card, but you did find a cool key event.
Now, you
let's get
talk
some.
about how about you go in there and throw away your flesh, you metal man.
Yeah, no,
I was
I'm
gonna.
good.
How about we go find some batteries for you? Utility supply closet or something.
If you guys want my hack board to be online, then that's our only that's our last decision then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been literally saving our asses by not getting ambushed.
Okay, you guys spend some time looking around, but eventually you come across. Hold on. Here it is.
This is what I get for playing RuneScape. Yeah.
You find a large room with several large bulbous screens and monitors. They even take up the ceiling with different arrays of information. I think this room might be a storage room for me. There's only one issue. He looks at a mechanical door. It's locked. And it's not the hacking type lock. It needs a lockpick. I don't know how to lockpick.
We all just look at Marguerite. Marguerite?
What happened?
We're looking at you.
I'm sorry. So there's no key course in here, right? And nothing else to kill?
No,
No.
No, you guys made your way to a research room. When you entered, there is a seems to be a supply storage locker, but
Oh,
this is
arrow lockpick. Let me use that.
exactly. It's a mechanical
Open
lock,
the
not a-
door. Yeah.
As you begin to work on the mechanical lock, it'll take 3 minutes, aka 3 turns, to get through. As the mechanical lock begins to be picked at, several medical apparatuses begin to activate throughout the room as small drones begin to float up into the air. These do not consider towards your kill count, but they seemed armed with some levels of blades or projectiles to attack you guys. There are 3 drones.
Just take out his .45.
So Randy goes first, then the drones, then Donovan, then Hacker Boy.
I was gonna say, what was my speed level with my upgrade?
You're not the last. That's now
Oh yeah, that's right.
that's
My
now
heavy
Felix.
machine, my heavy minigun is keeping me still slow. Right.
Heavy machine gun.
Rocket launcher. So Randy,
Enemy
you go
Iron
first.
lizard.
There's drone A, B, and C. A has a wicked machete. B has some sort of machine gun attached to it, and C has a bee stinger, so you know it's a cunt.
I'm gonna shoot C.
It has high evasion, so be careful.
I'm gonna aim at C.
Will do. That's a crit, blowing up the drone in single bullet. How much ammo do you have left?
Enough.
No, tell me. How many bullets do you have?
In this clip,
Yes.
or in this mag, 4.
Yes. Good. Good. That's a good number to hear. That sounds accurate to me. All right, you have one last decision.
He's gonna swap to his pistol.
Okay. Swapping is for free. You guys are trained with these. When you're using the specific weapons you came with, swapping is for free. Otherwise, other weapons that you aren't currently you came with are different.
And he's gonna fire at the machine gun.
All right, you're gonna fire at drone B. So you're gonna fire with your pistol. Go ahead and roll for accuracy.
I can't aim with that, can I?
Just because you swapped on this turn, yes.
Close to a crit.
That is also a hit. No, it's not a crit. It's just 18.
Yeah, close to a crit.
Yeah, close to it. Yeah. Go ahead, roll for damage. You pink at it a couple of times, but it does not go down. It's taken half. It's taking some level of damage. With that, Randy's turn is done. Next up would be the drones. Drone A attacks. Hold on, let me roll a 1d. 1d4. Yeah, so drone A attacks Donovan. It dives down and sweeps, shoo, and it tries to attack you with this wicked cleaver. Um, hold on. Yeah, an 18 hits you. Sorry. It fails to hurt you, actually. The blade only has 10 reliable damage, and you're not a human anymore. You're a metal construct. So as the blade chips against your body, it leaves a sort of reddish powder behind, but it doesn't affect you.
Casts the powder of it, then flicks the finger at the drone.
Drone B opens fire on Mercury, taking cheap pot shots at the guy trying to lockpick.
Professor Nova, can I use a reaction to use a shield?
Yes, you can. You spend 2 AP from the BSS, your relic. It activates. It creates the shield that's Astronova with the aspect of Cynric standing right next to Mercury, saying, "Go, Astronova!" The bullets come from the machine gun, hitting the shield. It deals reliable 15 damage, so only 3 damage goes through. As the 12 damage, as the 10 damage. Oh, so the machine gun's bullets do 15 damage. Cyric's shield deals 10 defense. It breaks the 10 defense and redirects that as true damage, hitting the metal construct. Because it's not an anima user, it takes double damage, so it's 20 damage, taking as true damage. And because the machine gun was already shot before, it blows up from being hit multiple times like that. You don't even take damage after the bullets dissipate across your body, as they lost most of their kinetic momentum, not hurting you at all, Russell, and not
Holy
interrupting
shit!
you.
Holy shit! The look is wild.
You have
How do they make these things?
You have 1 AP charge left.
Okay.
Going on now to Donovan.
Donovan takes out the .45 his .45, and will begin to open fire at the one with the machine gun.
No, Drone B is dead now. It's only Drone A left.
Oh, then well, start shooting at drone A. Hold on, let me just make sure. I have my gun. So it's down to this much. I will take on. Just give me some 3d10.
+3.
That's a
That misses. Flies out the way.
fuck. Gonna shoot one more time with it.
Yep.
That's a crit.
No, that is a crit. Yes, because it's a 20. You gotta add the +3, but yes, it deals 3d10, right? So 30 damage. That's
Hang on. Let me just make sure that's it's 60-10 for damage.
Oh, for the pistol. For your
pistol.
Yeah, port 45, yeah. So 60 damage, yeah. Center massed it. Blows up in a second. The drone blows up and you guys defeat the drones. With that, Mercury, go ahead and roll me a D100. You're rolling on an event dice to see if you successfully, not pickpocket, but successfully get the items, to find the items that we're all looking for. You're going to open this thing regardless, but we're rolling to see if you get the items. So
D100, right?
Yep. Hold on, before you roll.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going to count it because I didn't get to tell you what the DC is, because this is not a hidden one. DC is typically at 75. Sorry, not 75. 25. Lower. So you want to go up. 25 is its difficulty, which is pretty high. You are using a lockpick set that's going to put you up to 45. You have knowledge in lockpicking, which puts you up to 55. You can only get one more buff, but do you think there's anything else about your backstory that could help you?
So he took this as a side job, and since there was a lot of boundaries in his home, he learned how to lockpick and sneak around, do all this sneaky shit. Cause he never found space at home, so he often had to leave it to make his space somewhere else.
I'll give you +5 if you give me sort of a story of Mercury rock picking before.
See, he got his debit card and phone taken away by his elder sister, so he lockpicked it to get it back, and I spite stole some gold out of her her purse.
Okay. All right, so now it turns to 60-40 as your odds. So you're going to roll a D100. You can get the roll lower than a 60.
Okay.
That's a 60. So yeah, as you open up, you find that there are up to 4 small supplies. These small supplies can represent batteries, rechargeable things that can help recharge things, um, and I will even let there be consumables, but not like medical grade. If they're medical grade, it's like half health healing. But there are 4 of them as well. I mean, there are going to be 3 of them left as Felix takes one of them as a battery charge, and refills his hacker board for 3 more charges. He then takes 1 more just in case, adding a single battery charge into his inventory. There are 2 supplies left.
What are we looking at for supplies?
So they can be consumables, something that would heal for half HP. They can be half clip ammo. They can be improvised like improvised bits for crafting.
I'll
Well,
have you first.
I was gonna say I don't have much of an inventory space anymore with my uranium bullets. So, what do you guys want out of this?
Well, I'm always be safe, and since I cannot charge my relic, I just go for something that restores HP.
Okay, I'll add into your inventory X1 small supply, food supply.
I'll pretend it's a Resident Evil herb.
It only has 1 use. There you go. There's 1 last supply. Randy, do you want anything? Evie?
Oh, sorry.
You're
I
okay.
thought Line was playing Randy for a second.
No. I don't play characters like that.
No. I thought you were Randy for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting here waiting like, oh, hey, why aren't you? Oh, it's me.
Do you want anything from
I'm
the supply
Anthony.
closet? There could also be like information leading to more sensitive stuff that you might be wanting to look for, like a weapon depot or research or whatever that may be. That could also be a small supply.
Is there any information?
Not things that you can take out with you, but something to lead on to a better source of information, like a bigger piece of something. Yeah, you'll have to just roll on a D100. Have to roll under 20. You'll need to give me something about intelligence being a modifier here. How would you show me something intelligent of Randy for +10?
Randy may not look like the brightest tool in the shed, but he's actually got some. He's got some wits about him. Like he's a marksman for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't really. You have to do some quick math on the fly in order to be a marksman, especially as good as he is.
And as well as explosive expert, so yeah, it's a +10. I see that. Give me an example of Randy demonstrating his intelligence for a +5 modifier.
He wants to blew someone's brains out at 400 meters.
With like difficult winds and terrain blocking. How about that?
Yes, but also he also because it being that far out, he had to take into account the Coriolis effect.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, ridiculously well trained sniper with a keen mind that has focus and a precision so great to nail targets with such precision. Yeah, I give you a +5 to that. So typically 20, you go all the way up to 35. Go ahead, roll a D100. $35. Sorry, you didn't get a chance.
Damn.
He tried.
Well, other than that, so when you pick up the piece of information, it's just kind of like a piece of rubbish. It seems like some sort of research note that was left behind, but it doesn't make any sense without the other halves, so you just throw it away. Otherwise, you guys explored all of basement floor 2, and you guys can now return to the elevator terminal for basement floor 3. Making your way down to the basement floor 3 is the military checkpoint. And as you guys get to the 3rd floor, you hear a satisfying tunk tunk as the elevator hits the last floor it can hit. Ahead of you is this long stretch of gunmetal silver walls and panels going as far as the eye can see forward in this massive megatunnel. Ahead of this megatunnel, in this megatunnel, and ahead of you guys, about 120 feet away, you can see that there are small green tents pitched around the area, and then further past that, some sort of shooting gallery. There doesn't seem to be much activity going in the camp, but you guys do spot the occasional person or two. How do you want to approach the military camp?
I'll let either Randy or Anthony deal with it. I'm just using him as my human meat shield.
Oh yeah, just get in front of. Oh yeah, just get in front of the new Christian Metal Man. I want to with this when we have a uprising. Flesh and bones.
How do you want to approach the military camp? Do you have hostile intents, cautious intents,
Oh no,
neutral intents?
Cautious for me.
Well, it has to be a group decision.
Yeah, I think we should be cautious. Like we have all primary guns out, but we have them like pointing upward, so it's not like, hey, we're just off the ready kind of thing.
You want to keep yourselves armed and weapons shown, but not pointing.
Yeah, pointing upward.
Okay.
To show that, yeah.
How do you say Randy and Mercury?
Randy's just gonna stay back about 60 yards. 60 feet, not 60 yards.
Yes.
30 yards.
About 60 feet.
Wait for big robot man to do big man to do the talking. And if it goes south, he can just pop heads.
Okay, well, looks like Donovan, you're forced to take the charisma conversation here with the military checkpoint.
And fucking sticky pocket speaks onto his voice.
Randy walks behind you, but then stops following you as soon as you get to 60 feet range. Mercury, where do you want to keep following Donovan? Mercury?
I'll keep my distance. I'll be in between Donovan and our hacker man.
Felix is going to walk and stay up to Donovan for up to 25 feet. And that means, Mercury, you're between 35 feet. So it's 25 feet for Hacker Man, 35 feet for Mercury, and 60 for Randy. Because Randy, you can see the tents pretty well from here. Donovan, as you approach the actual camp center, a man comes out of the tent wounded with his right eye bandaged. He has short blonde hair and he looks rather panicked when he sees you. He's wearing green fatigues, and he doesn't seem to be armed as he puts up his left and right hands and goes, "Oh, wait! Please spare me!"
Well, amigo, calm down. Kind of like puts his minigun down to the side. I ain't here to do anything to you. Relax. We're sent here on cleanup duty from the Orange Duke.
What?
Supposing you're the revenant of the guilty force.
Yeah, we're constructs for the. He tries to get his words straight, but he's panicking too much. Monsters broke out of their cells.
Yeah,
We're
we
barely
saw
holding them. There's only a few of us left, and we don't know how many got past us. We're barely holding it on our own with the auto guns. The security guns are running low on ammo. We don't have anything left.
Don't worry about that. We took out most of the ones on the upper floors. You guys could probably make a break for it. We're gonna keep going low.
You sure you want to keep on going?
Kind of like size of it. Unfortunately, we're paid by the head, not by the hour. So, the more we kill, the more we get paid.
The wounded man looks back.
Besides, if we don't deal with this, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for all of us later.
The wounded military man notices Mercury. Oh, they sent a whole squad of you. That could be. And you hear ominous roaming. Oh, right. There's that. You hear an ominous rumbling noise cut off the wounded man. He turns immediately behind him, looking down the corridor. Shit! They're coming back! Everybody, get the trenches ready! And you can see ahead of you guys, from the military camps, about, I'd say, another 40 feet. So that's 100 feet for you, Randy. That there are these forced makeshift trenches that force up a small barricade. You can see that their defense line are made up of wounded men, either amputated from the leg down or missing a hand. The best person in their group isn't missing anything, except has a large gash on the side of their body. All of them are arming themselves with like standard bolt action rifles that were given to them. They weren't even given proper munitions to handle the situation.
Jeez.
So you guys have 4 wounded soldiers helping you hold the line. As down this corridor, about 200 feet away, you can just see a sea of these bipedal creatures just making their way towards you guys. The autocannons are off. The only person who can fill it with ammo would be, would you guess it, the uranium-tipped bullets. Or you can put your Hellvulcan ammo in there.
Well then, put those bullets to use.
Hold on, before I do that, hey, what quick lad? All right, not lad. Oh, amigo, these uranium-tipped bullets, are they meant for these auto guns, or what other weapons we're talking about?
One of the wounded men looked back towards your question and goes, I don't know. I barely know anything about this place. They just sent us down here and said control the damn thing.
I'm going to do something selfish, and I'm going to load these things with just my regular ammunition, my extra clip. I'm not using my uranium ammo.
So I'm going to go ahead and remove it from your character sheet.
No, I'm not using uranium ammo. I'm using my regular one.
Yes, I'm removing your extra Hellfire clip.
I'll find more.
Yeah, it's already gone. So yeah, you don't have it.
Editor's note: he won't find more.
Editor's note: he won't find more. The autocannon. So Donovan will spend his turn to reload the autocannon. We'll get to your turn in just a second. The horde is at 200 feet away, so the players take initiative. The wounded will go last. They are the slowest and the most out of shape. So the turn order will go as the following: the wave moves closer until it gets into melee range, to which then it gets divvied up depending on the creatures. Then it's the players, which will be Mercury. No, sorry, Randy, then Mercury, then Donovan. Sorry, Randy, Mercury, Donovan, and then Felix as the last bit. Oh, Danny, get back to roll 20. It seems to kick you out.
Really?
Yep. All right. With that, the wave is 200 feet away. The horde is 200 feet away and closing in.
But Mom, I'm playing RuneScape.
Randy, you're first.
Randy is going to stop playing RuneScape and run up to the front line.
Donovan will also join at the front line.
Editor's note: Randy's not actually playing RuneScape.
From 60 feet and spending basically your decisions to dash all the way up to the front line. You make your way successfully to the makeshift barricade.
Well, he's got to find a good position for him to, like,
shoot from?
yeah, properly aim.
Roll a D100.
Oh, crap. Oh, no. Twitch. And I assume I get a buff for being...
Visually good, yes, and a marksman, yes. Just give me a backstory for when you took a tactical spot as Randy.
The amount of... This isn't his first rodeo in being a man for hire. He's seen many of battlefields. He's done many of things. He's more forged in experience. Although his knowledge has suited him, he slowly found that knowledge meant nothing on the battlefield and experience was king.
You find that there's a small ledge on the side lining of the metal walls because they come up concave. They circle themselves. They're not flat walls. You find that you can actually step a little bit higher in elevation, and as you crouch, you find that you have a better angle standing on the side wall than you would at the barricade, shooting a better aiming spot and being harder to be hit in total because you're at such an awkward angle in the hallway.
Let's go.
You can't fire this turn right now, but you spent your
That's fine.
movements and decision to do that. With Randy being there, Mercury, you're next.
I want to look around and see if I say walk a bit closer. There are enemies here, right?
They're coming 200 feet and approaching. There's a horde of them.
I think I have a grenade I can still lob at them.
They're 200 feet away. You couldn't possibly throw it that far.
Okay, then. I'll just walk a bit closer, but still and wait there.
There are also the military camps you can explore.
Well, I guess not to what down here.
I guess I could explore the camps then. See if I can find any goodies to raid.
There are 3 camps. So go ahead and roll a D100 for when you go into the first one.
Okay. I wonder. If I give backstory here, do I get like a boost in Because he's often have to sneak in and out of his home to look for items when he needs them.
And this brings you back to your good old days as being a street little thug. Yeah, I'll give you a plus 15. Which would be like the extended portion of all that. But yeah, plus 15. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes, indeed. You find a tent with some goodies indeed. You find that this is their supply, the weapon supply tent. And in it, they seem to have gathered whatever equipment they could have around the surrounding areas. So there is this weird-looking futuristic rifle sitting on the table. A weird set of like tubes that sit on a table, and then finally this makeshift metal bed that seems to have like itself open like a coffin.
Where is that one?
I think I would take the rifle. Actually, no. Tell me more about the tubes.
The tubes, there are about 4 of them sprayed out on top of, like, in a setup, like aligning themselves together. They're set together by some sort of like wood piece that keeps them all together aligned, facing one another. And they just arrange in different colors: red, yellow, purple, and green.
Yeah, I think I'll pick the rifle because I don't trust those liquids, and I don't want to get near that coffin.
No worries. You pick up as you like hold on to this metal rifle. It is very warm to your touch. Like most rifles would be cold and whatnot, but this thing is like warm, like it's a battery warm.
What is this?
You've acquired question mark question mark question mark rifle. You don't know what it is until you fire
I'll think of this as a bonus that goes through my pay.
it. The other 2 tents will not yield any items. This was the only tent that could yield something. So the remaining rewards are in that tent. Anyway,
Okay.
last player to go would be Donovan. No,
Even
yeah,
though okay, it's Felix, isn't it?
Felix is last.
But, yeah, I loaded up the gun already, the auto guns.
Okay, so you can only load one of the auto turrets. But as you do, it has 100 bullets in it, meaning it can shoot 10 times.
Taps it on the side. You're gonna do Daddy proud.
And then finally, it's going to be Felix, who makes his way into the tent that, what's it called? That Mercury found. Gets over to the medical bed and then spends his hacker board charge, going down to 2, to hack the medical bed. Well, he would reveal the metal bed to be a medical bed. So he could perform surgeries and bring literally someone back to life using this medical bed here. And then we go on to the next turn. The horde moves closer, from 200 feet to 170 feet. The auto cannons are operational at 100 feet. Before the end of the last turn, your military, your last line of defense, all of them roll a 1d10 to fire, but they roll together as a group, so they roll a 4d10 to fire. Their max range for their rifles are 45 feet. So they're shooting up to 200 feet, so they get up to a negative 10 modifier. But they still manage to crit. And so they deal, with those rifles, they deal 6d10, so 60d10 damage. That volley of bullets managed to kill, I would say, yeah, 1 creature in that volley. The horde is barely stopped. So now the horde moves closer to 170 feet, and then it goes back to being Randy's turn.
How big is this horde?
You can't see the end of it. You just see the beginning of it.
How wide is the horde?
It takes up the whole hallway. So the hallway would be about 20 feet across. It is a rather narrow hallway.
I'm gonna be honest, boys. This horde is looking mighty large.
And in
Get
charge.
All right, pardon, Randy. We get paid by the kill, not by the bitching.
No, you're not understanding. Even I can't see the end of this length. Yeah. And I can see pretty far.
I can see we're pretty far. What do you want to do, Randy?
Randy is going to wait. However,
Uh-huh.
he's going to wait in Overwatch, and he's going to specifically wait not until the group at the front gets within his range, but the group within like 3 or 4 lines behind that one gets in range. So what he's going to do is he's going to try to pop off those ones and hopefully cause like a traffic jam of bodies, if you catch my drift, with his shots.
I can see what you're trying to do there, and yes, we'll orchestrate it for that for you. Your Overwatch range is from 60 to 80 because of your advantage in height, so it's 80 feet. And we'll do that for you, Randy, and keep that as your choice as the horde gets closer. Mercury, it's your turn.
How far is the horde from me?
170.
80
Well, I
feet.
mean, if you're at the front lines, it's 170 feet. You're at the camp, so it's like still around 200 feet.
Well, I'm done looting the camp, so I gotta go back. I gotta go back.
All right. It'll take your full movement and a decision to make it back to the front line. So you still have one last decision if you want to fire the rifle or just wait.
Could the rifle even hit one of them from this range?
You have a max range with the rifle, and then you get a negative penalty per feet.
Nah, I'll wait a bit before I fire that.
As you get up to the barricades, Donovan, you notice that Randy has a uniquely shiny blue rifle.
Blue.
Oh,
Yep,
let's
it's
get
blue.
that beautiful thing.
Wait, we know the color blue?
This is a one shot.
True.
So yeah, Mercury, you're carrying a blue rifle around.
Oh, so that's what I'm carrying. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, amigo. Let me get a better look at that thing.
You know what this is?
I want to get a better look at it.
He is a heavy weapons expert.
Well, look away.
It's naturally going to be rolling. Your odds are 80 to 20 against you, so you have to roll 20 or lower to pass. You're a heavy weapons expert, so I give you a plus 10 modifier. I'll give you another plus 5 modifier for if you give me a story about how Donovan discovers how Donovan would try to figure out what this weapon could do.
Well, of course, he's going to try to pop it open try to open up try to pop out the clip, the ammunition out of it, the magazine, the clip, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Judged by what type of ammunition type it is. See if it matches with what he has with the uranium bullets. If that doesn't work, you will try to look down the barrel to see if it's maybe there's something chambered and try to get a fucking shot at the mutant to see what kind of round it goes on.
So
That kind of stuff.
35 is your target range, below 35.
Fuck.
It's a mystery to you, mister.
I said we shoot it.
I'll shoot it when you come a bit closer.
I mean, you know how to shoot that thing? You're not exactly the best kind of guy who, you know.
Oh, this will be a two-parter, if anything. Sorry, I was just thinking about where we are with the timing, and I'll probably have to stretch this to a two-parter just for us to get a clean chance to be like, well, yes or no to continue, because we'll finish this bit and we'll explain further.
Yeah, so like, well, I say we take a shot at these damn things with this, and you tell me how you feel about the recoil. The big recoil, it's a big gun for big bullets.
So, Mercury, you're back at the front line. Donovan, it's your turn.
How much Donovan can do at this point? He's already wasted all of his He's just gonna like look at the other guys like, so how long has this been going on?
You spent a decision to interact with the wounded survivors. We've been down here for. He looks over like that's not his fingers and whatnot. Like 4 days now. Sorry, not 3 4 days. Sorry. We've been down here for about a day now.
Jeez.
Yeah, everything was fine until the fucking alarms went off, and then all hell really broke loose. We barely held this part of the fucking facility, but I heard that was just because the weapons anima the anima's weapons projects, they were on the higher floors than us. They were being rotated up there
Yeah.
for reassignment purposes, but then they got released, and so they killed everyone on the higher floors. But something even worse is below us.
You have any idea what that is? Considering me and my group are going to be going there soon.
You want to spend a decision to try to figure it out?
Yeah.
Roll a d100. He is shell shocked. You're going to roll at a two lower than 20. Or
Donovan's.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Donovan is kind of used to the moment of people being so shocked around him because of his previous line of work as being a police officer. Front line, people dying here and there. I'm like, yeah, hey, listen, man, we're gonna get this together. You gotta walk with me, and he's very compassionate with people in this day. Like, oh, hey, amigo, hey,
Yeah,
listen to me.
30. So yeah, you pull it from 20 to 30.
We'll get you out of this. Don't worry. Damn. 7 off.
He's warmed up to you, so the opportunity is still there. If he survives a little bit longer, you may be able to get more information. He seems more focused in trying to survive right now.
Don't worry, pal. You're the best of the best.
So your sub objective now, Donovan, is to keep them alive. If they die, you don't get the information. They will give it to you by the end of this.
Well, not like I had a choice of not letting them live. No, technically, we can't kill them afterwards if you think about it. We will get a bigger paycheck.
Well, with that revelation for Donovan, his turn ends as what's it called? Felix takes a look over, spends a decision looking over the chemicals and the tubes. I can only deduce that this is some sort of chemicals. I'm not good with this kind of thing. He looks over. Oh, Mercury's not even there. Huh. There's some paperwork though, and he rolls a D100 to try to figure things out.
Hey, don't touch that.
The DC is typically 40. He's a rather intelligent fellow. This Felix Hatchet, and so even if it's something biological terms, he can still make some heads or tails. He did get an A in his high school for chemistry. So from 40 to 50.
I said don't touch. Smacks his hand.
I mean, that would literally happen, but no. But Felix unfortunately can't figure out what the chemicals are for. Despite his intelligence, it seems like the research papers and documents are way above his understanding. He leaves the tent alone and gets to the front line, ending his turn. And since everyone seems like they're waiting, holding their fire until the horde gets closer, we're just going to skip to that point then, where the horde marches on, and as soon as it gets to about 100 feet, Randy, you can actually see the end of the horde. So the horde's about 100 feet large.
Jesus.
Hey, boys. This horde goes back a few feet, but I finally found the India.
Oh, that's good. How many do you think they are?
Thousands, yeah.
Well, a lot of hundreds more.
That's not very confident. You don't sound confident. So,
Randy's going to fire
They're
right when he's.
They're 100 feet away. When they approach the 80 feet mark, no one else is still in firing range. That's where your Overwatch is. Do you want to wait until everyone gets closer?
How far are they moving up per turn?
No, I mean, I'm just moving them up now until people start taking fucking fires. I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah, I'm
So
I'm
right
gonna
now,
wait until
your
like
your Overwatch is
the
at 80 feet. They are reaching
yeah
80 feet.
yeah I'm gonna wait until the third line
Okay,
comes 80
so
feet.
that's 70, 60, 50. That means at 50 feet, you begin to fire. Uh, at 60 feet, that is the optimal range for your Vulcan cannon.
Yeah, he's gonna start fucking welding that bad boy up.
Cool. So you can begin to fire. We'll work with you first. And then Mercury, you were unaware about the range of this weapon, but they are about 60 feet away. Do you want to shoot it?
I'll hmm. I'll fire it once. I'll see what it could do.
Okay, so Mercury is the faster of you two, Donovan and Mercury. So as soon as the horde makes its way to 60 feet, Mercury and Donovan stand up from the cover and unanimously both begin to open their fire into the horde, just spraying what they can. Mercury, as you pull the trigger of the blue laser gun in your hand, it shoots a fine blue laser straight forward from its barrel. And as you hit the person you do, it leaves like a perfect blue straight line through its forehead. Go ahead and roll for accuracy.
So, 3d10, right?
No. This is a unique weapon. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, it has you don't get the full benefits of three weapon dice for this thing, but you do roll a 2d12.
okay. 2d12. Like this, I believe.
It's very unwieldy laser. It just sweeps above where you would hit, but you can see that this weapon has a potential of hitting multiple targets.
Okay, you guys gotta learn to handle this weapon, and then I'll be in business.
You have one more action decision.
How would you
I
let
want,
the heavy act, the guy who can handle heavy guns to take that, kill that? Oh, goddamn thing just if shot properly can whip the horde up.
but do you have the room for this thing?
I could I could swap to it.
Can I say just throw a grenade at the horde if I'm far enough?
You're 60 feet away. I would let you be able to throw it, yeah. It won't be
Oh,
the op.
sorry.
Huh?
Then never mind. Then I'll wait on it.
Okay. Do you want to fire the rifle again, or do you want to go back to your regular weapon? No,
Regular
sorry, your only
weapon.
is your
Uh,
bat.
uh, I'll keep the rifle on me for now.
Okay, you still have one decision left. What do you want to do?
Hmm. Can I look around and see like any environmental things I can make use of? I don't know, make the ceiling collapse on these things?
Roll a D100. Can't say that you passed. This building looks very well made. You would have to do a considerable amount of damage to the ceiling, just as much as you would to the horde to cause it to collapse.
Okay, so I
Gotta
guess
do
that's
land,
not happening.
gotta do like lance level damage to get shit like that dropping.
All right, so with Mercury's turn done, we go over to Donovan.
All right, I want to give me your medication. I'll be right back.
Yep. Donovan, you're opening fire with your Vulcan cannons. Hell Vulcan cannon.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll. Go ahead and roll for your accuracy.
68. Before I do that, let me just roll down the count over here.
In this event, you're just gonna roll for damage. We're not gonna care where you hit. You do crit damage,
Oh,
so no, go ahead. You're fine. You do crit damage. You
yeah.
successfully hit the horde, which is good. But you do crit damage, which is 60-12. 72 plus 3, 75 damage to the horde itself. Um, you can roll another d12 for me.
Sure.
79 damage. As the Hellfire Cannon rips through the horde, you kill one more.
Get puta.
Actually, no,
Come
two.
on.
Sorry, two more. Because there was the other one that was already wounded from previous gunfire.
We could do better than this. Come on, beautiful. Let me take another shot in. Then we just change up the middle end.
Go ahead. That's another 10 bullets. That is a crit.
Double
75.
crit.
79.
That's 80. That's so
That is another 2 dropped.
fuck.
The horde seems to begin thinning out in its numbers. The Hellfire cannons would also activate. I forgot that. And
The
they
auto
just
cannons.
yeah, and they will roll the same as your template for your Vulcan cannon, which is 6d8. Wow, you can't even click that.
You have to custom it.
Yeah, holy shit. And these are security systems, so it has a +5, which is a crit. 75 is its max damage. It's going to roll another d12. This doesn't count towards your kill count, but it kills 2 more of the horde. The turret
Okay,
rises
I'm
up.
back.
Welcome back. The turret winds up one more time.
Wait, a turret? What happened?
You guys activate the auto turret. It's using
No,
its
I
turret.
reloaded the.
Yeah, you reloaded the auto turret, so it fires twice per turn, ripping through the horde. It lands another crit, kills another 2. Let's see if it kills a third one. Nope, just really injures another 2. No, kills 2 and really injures another 1. The horde is there are like plethoras of dead bodies dropping, Randy.
I am going to stick to the plan, Arthur.
Alright.
Let's see if we can cause a pile up. And I'm going to aim.
Wait the hell.
Okay, so the bodies shamble forward to the 50 feet range. The military rifle boys are only at 45 range, so they're holding their fire for maximum output. They're past the threshold, Randy. Randy?
Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah.
Roll.
Oh, you're old? Okay, so you
Yep.
shot the back one.
I shot more toward the middle.
Yeah, more toward the middle, sorry. Go ahead and then roll for damage.
I don't think that's a crit, is it?
It is a crit, sorry. I forgot that. Just roll another what is it? Son of a bitch, sorry, I forgot your damage roll.
40, 12, roll another 12.
Correct. Well, it's a 5d12, but yes. It's 5. 66 is what you dealt in damage. That is enough for you to splash damage kill 2.
How many have we killed so far?
In
Yes.
Horde?
In this engagement.
I can't give you the exact number. I've just been telling how many have already dead so far. I know how much we began with and what we're at right now. Well, actually, I can do that. I should do that.
So I killed
14.
2.
14, not including what the auto turret did.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna crit it down. So 14K already.
21 kills.
I got marked for 20 because the turrets don't count.
Oh, okay. So 20 kills.
Correct. That's for the group in total.
Nice.
And we fire again.
Go ahead and roll for accuracy. That is a crit. Go roll for damage. Oh, sorry, that's the added damage, right? Son of a... So 5 times 12. That's up. 71. Yeah, that's another 2 dead. The horde is now kind of more of a manageable group of like guys, like of creatures running up to you guys. They move from 50 feet to 30 feet, and that ends. Once they move to 45 feet, that ends their free movement as they now finally take the last turn a bit of damage, which is your militiamen with no bonuses or d10. They crit, and they do a flat 40 damage across their rifles, and they steal another kill. That does not count towards your death tally. With that,
Okay.
the turn ends. The horde moves up to 25 feet, and then Randy goes first. The horde is very close. You can see the level of decayness that comes with the corpses that are running up towards you. There's a putrid smell that are following through with their bones.
I said they would have the decency to die with some dignity, right? At least
I
shower.
think
Fuck.
that they lost their dignity a long time ago, dude.
So, Randy, you're next.
Yeah, that's right. I go first on the turn.
Yep.
We do it again, boys.
All right, go ahead and snipe. That hits a crit. So that's 60 damage. Well, 63 technically. 69. Funny number.
Nice.
Hey.
24 to you guys, with the horde basically losing its numbers. There are only very few stragglers now. You can see the hallways basically cleared up, but there has been a gore of blood and just nonsensical corpses spewed all over the place. Another 2 drop from the
We're
thunderous
having a little
explosive.
corpse party here.
Mercury, they're 25 feet away, and there's only about 2 left. Do you want to roll it to melee?
Yeah.
All right. A 3d10 plus 3.
Let's see how you handle this beat.
That is not a crit, but it does hit. Roll for damage, 3d10 plus 3. That is a 24. Enough to really wound one of them really badly.
I'm gonna hit him again.
Go on ahead. Lives up to its name. You hit with the second hit.
And then rolling once more for damage.
I'll tack it on to melee as specialist that we get to reroll one miss, like one low. Sorry, not one roll, but we get one chance to reroll a damage roll, once per round. So go ahead, reroll your damage roll, 3d10. Well, you're taking 11. That's a plus 3, which is 14. So it's not. It's getting closer to death, but it's not dead yet. There's still 2 creatures left. As close as you are, Mercury, you can see the festering moles and like sub creatures that are living underneath the flesh of this animated corpse.
Hey.
Donovan, it is your turn. They're 25 feet away from you.
Yeah. How many all left? Like 2?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna take out the little. I'm gonna take out. I'm just gonna roll them down with my mini gun. Fuck this. We're calling it a day, boys.
All right, go
Donovan
ahead.
Donovan ain't having the shit. Ooh, I barely passed that one. Shit.
Yeah, that's a crit. So, how much is it in? 70, no, 75. Right. That is enough to kill both the remaining ones. So the horde is dead.
Woo.
and the hallway goes quiet. At the end of the turmoil, the militiamen sit back. Oh, thank the colors, man, that you guys came.
Are you okay?
No, we were barely holding on. If you guys didn't show up, you guys saw the state we were in. We were surely done for with that horde coming at us. You
Oi, oi,
saved
oi,
us.
oi. Mira. Jonathan gets on one knee and like, relax, amigo. All
Why
safe
are
and
you
good.
made out of full metal?
Oh, I found a thing on the second floor. Give me a new chromosome.
You guys really should not touch any of the things in this building. I saw a man get ripped apart from my squad from some sort of wall trap or something.
What was it? What floor was that on?
Here, on this floor.
Thanks for the heads up, then. Listen, we gotta keep going deeper inside this place, sadly.
This is
We
the
gotta.
main choke point. This is where the lower facilities can be, quote, disconnected from. Why do you have to go lower? We can just drop this entire floor and be done with this whole facility.
We don't know if these things can fly or something, or
No, you don't
crawl
get it.
back up.
This is a underground facility. It hangs over a natural a natural lava pit underneath it.
A fucking pit of lava under Spiral City?
To its very deepest cores, yes, the facility goes quite some depth down into the earth. It hangs over a natural subterranean lava flow. And so
I
simply
feel like
disconnecting it would just drop it to the lava core's end. Would it kill everything? Probably. Maybe something could escape, but that won't be our concern.
no, amigo. Me and my entourage, we'll probably go. We're gonna go down there and kind of look at the Hellfire Golden Canyon, and clean shop.
Wait, you guys plan to go back down there? You guys go plan to go down there? Are you insane? None of you will make it.
Not insane, just desperate. At least speaking for myself.
Ah,
What could be worth
I
more
mean,
than your own lives?
the pain,
Control over my life.
the ability that I don't have to do crazy shit like this anymore. I can retire comfortably.
He looks at
Gold.
the wounded man looks at Randy, and then of you. Why are you here?
Man, let me just tell you. Every one of these things we kill is $1,000 in our pocket. If we kill just enough, we can retire easy for the rest of our lives. This place here is a gold mine, amigo.
Well, he was talking to Randy, wondering what
Oh, sorry.
Randy's. Yeah, that's okay. He was wondering what Randy's incentive is.
Look, I've just been here. I give my services to the highest bidder.
Money,
And
profit. That's all you guys want?
no. No, I do it because it's fun. Yeah. I do it because it's fun, yeah.
And I think Mokri over here was like going a bit about we have to clean it before it spreads to the city or something. I wasn't paying attention.
That too. I don't want any of these things escaping yet. Even if there is a chance.
You guys decided to choose Route A. Route B would have been to listen to the military guys and just simply drop the floor. It is an option. But yeah, no, you guys continue with Route A. You're going to descend. Before you
Hey,
leave.
before we go,
Okay.
sorry, I was gonna ask spare ammunition.
Well, I was just going to get to that. For saving them, each of them offer their last remaining clips of ammunition. You guys get 4 supplies of ammunition, and they offer you their last med kit. 1 med kit. With 3 uses for a full heal. Who wants what for ammunition?
I'm gonna go ahead
give
and
me
reload.
Yeah, I was
Take a
gonna
clip.
say like I'll take a clip of my health. Vulcan cannon.
Evie, when you drop the 4-bullet clip, you're dropping the whole clip. No bullets spared.
No, I have none.
Okay.
I have no more bullets. I'm out.
Okay, so yeah. Let me update your character sheet.
I got 6.
We're gonna take it from your your non-inventory, personal inventory.
That's fine.
Okay. You reload, you still have a clip of ammunition left in your non-inventory. Danny, you take a clip of
Hellfire.
So
Yeah.
Evie, you dropped a clip, reloaded, and you pick up another one?
Yeah.
Evie,
I'm pretty sure that's one.
Yes.
you want to pick up another clip?
Yes.
Okay. So you're up to so you're back to 4 again.
Yep.
Danny?
I ain't reloading because I still got 60 shots left, so I'm getting the extra clip.
Okay. I'm gonna add it to another inventory item. This is not personal. 6. All right. A single Hellfire clip. 100 bullets. There are 2 ammunitions left. What's it called? My character will take. Felix will take a clip. Adding another, and he'll take the last 2 ammunitions actually. So he'll take 2 clips of MP5 ammunition. Because Mercury over here is our melee expert. He don't need ammo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna need that.
Nope. And we're going to. You guys are going to take a service elevator going from 3rd basement floor, leading into a deep shaft that connects you to the 4th basement.
Hey, real quick, before I go off.
Oh wait, there is the medkit remaining. Who wants the medkit?
That and Donovan will walk over to one of the soldiers. Hey, there's a giant suit of armor with the label SCS on it. Can one of you guys just put it on and take it all the way back upstairs? Just leave it in front of the building for me, would you?
Yeah, we can do that for you. Who's taking the
Thanks,
medkit?
amigos.
Do you guys need the med kit?
I mean,
Donovan and Felix are carrying medkits on their own.
So I
think
guess
I'm
I'll
at
take
full
it
build
then.
for it.
Sorry?
I think I'm at full inventory as well.
No,
Okay, so I'll take.
No, you're not. You have 4 items on you. You're fine. The personal items you're carrying don't count. It's the numbered ones I refer to.
Since I'm melee, I think I might need that more. So I'll
Gotcha.
take the med kit.
It has 3 uses. You guys gain access to the elevator shaft that will lead from the basement 3 to the basement floor at level 4. And from here, we will have to take a pause for the roleplay. There will be a continuation because you guys haven't explored the most dangerous parts of this facility just yet. However, I will say that you have gained the lowest tiered reward that you can possibly get. So, despite anything that happens further, each of your personal characters gain 10,000 gold pieces.
Whoa.
You guys can continue to gain more of a reward going forward for the rest of the things.
I mean, we couldn't stop right there and then if we wanted to, bro. I think we're gonna go win it for the biscuit.
Well, no, it's getting late. That's all. I'm making sure I'm keeping.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And Bonesaw takes away the. No, actually, sorry, Bonesaw. I would say you would take away the highest damage, but I gotta give it to the heavy Vulcan Hellfire Cannon.
Maybe next time. All right, amigo, next time. You got it. Don't
No,
worry.
no, wait, hold on. 60, 70, no, never mind, yeah. Donovan was critting with 75 damage, basically. You were critting with 60.
Don't worry.
But
Oh, yeah.
Randy also shot more things than you did.
I was slow, that's why.
No, I think Randy got it. He shot more than you.
Technicality.
Yeah, Randy, 5,000 extra pieces to your. So Edmund will gain 15k instead. And again, you guys can continue to. There could really be continuations of more stuff to earn throughout the rest of this this canonical arc for these guys. How do you guys enjoy the session so far?
Yeah, it was a lot of
Good.
fun.
I like it.
I
I
like
wonder how
that.
it'll interact with the rest of the story once it's concluded.
I do like the whole like everyone's like, I don't want to use the machine. I don't want to use the machine. It's like, fuck it, fine, I'll use the machine. Just stepped out looking like a fucking a fully decked, fully mechanicalized fucking chrome van. Now I use the machine. Yeah.
You guys feel like you're action
But
stars?
But Donovan, your humanity. What about it?
Donovan, I've given up my humanity.
You know, it's ironic because like Donovan called shit about Felix and his choice, but he's the one guy
Donovan
who gave.
immediately gave up his humanity in the heartbeat. Oh, so the death tally so far is 26 between the players. So that means
Wow.
if you guys were to successfully bail out for this mission, you'd make 26,000 between all of you, divided by 4. Each of your player characters would receive 6,500 gold pieces.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
Lance kind of needs more money to cover his finances, and he's feeding two more mouths.
Bunny and Wolf smile.
They're the ones who made this mess. I don't want them smiling.
They smile bigger.
You know, that's a hilarious scene with Lance and these two. Like, so where did this guy come from? Pointing at Wolf.
I was a mercenary hired to kill you, and you just never came back
Yeah,
home.
yeah, I know that part, but like, why are you a giant?
I was kidnapped and taken to Novus'
Okay.
labs.
So, how did you get out?
This one, the bunny saved me.
Okay. How did you do that?
I used Porta Novus.
It's 'cause Porter what?
Well, no. Oh, right. Well, this is out of character, so it doesn't count towards your actual character, but yeah. Lance blinks 5 times before he goes, Porta who?
Who?
I just wanted to like cut the Portal Novus part out. Like, yeah, I got him out with using some help. Oh, cool.
Oh,
so, what?
So sorry to interrupt you, Danny. Did you guys have any favorite highlight moments? Any moments you really enjoyed?
I mean, I already told mine. That was a lot of fun.
There's the part where I just kept whacking things with my with lethal beat.
Lethal Beat's good
It's
too.
Novus Lab stands.
What about you,
was your
Randy?
favorite part, Evie?
Novus Lab stands.
No, but seriously, friend.
I like the little trench warfare part we got toward the end there.
Nice. I'll keep that in mind too. You guys will experience more difficulties going between the floors. B4. Basement floor number 4 to basement floor number 8. As I said before, there's always a chance to dodge anima users. As now, this will be part of of this side section that will include the opportunity of crossing into anima users. You're doing a great job so far. Keep up this momentum, and I think we can get all the way to the end.
Oh, Felix, you're saying that there was a mystical treasure chest in the 12th floor, am I right?
Wait, who?
There we
Felix,
go.
Donovan to Felix. So it was like a treasure chest, a dragon's treasure
Oh, hold on.
trove.
The militia guy would have told you guys one more thing. Um, the reason why they will not even fucking dare go down there is because basement floor 12, they contained a horrendous bio monster, which is the thing that's causing these creatures to appear. And there's only going to be more coming down there as the creature is making its way up.
Yeah, real quick, amigo. Before that, is there like a weapon for these uranium rounds? Depleted uranium rounds?
Maybe somewhere down in the lower complex. I mean, I don't know.
Fuck's sake. Thank you. And whenever to pick up my body armor when you're going back up there.
Yes, yes, I'm gonna plan to wear it myself. I'll fit it around my crotch area, just so I can don't have to balance my massive doll for surviving this conflict.
Shut up. You're like 5'4". I'm 6'2". 6'2".
You're just
You can't
mad
even.
because I'm aerodynamically lower than you and you're an easier target than me.
You're upset because I'm made out of chrome.
I'm a Chromebook. All right. And was there any sort of constructive criticisms you guys want to give me? Any feedback or stuff you want to see in the next session?
I think it's too early to give back a feedback like that, but I do expect us to be encountering more hordes, kind of like the scenario.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, I think it was fine.
Fine, yeah.
Okay. And with that, yeah, thank you guys. I always appreciate being your game master, as always. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I definitely had a great time with Felix, hacking things, getting you guys the ability to move around the floor more freely with a little bit less stress. It was all fun. I loved it. And I'm very interested to get you guys going to the lower floors to see what happens next. Who is going to be the
And
first to
now
drop?
November, I change it back to my avatar.
Yes, it is November now. It is the day of Thanksgiving. Ooh, I wonder if
So
an Overwatch campaign wins on Thanksgiving.
bye bye Helltaker sign.
When is Thanksgiving? The 25th? The 24th?
26, I think. Yeah, it's 24th.
Ah. Huh. It is Thanksgiving. Well, I don't know if I'll even host a session on Thanksgiving.
We could just have everyone go on a massive group call. Just celebrate it together.
Yeah, just a nice little uh all characters together sort of deal. I don't want to give rewards for Thanksgiving other than probably like meal items you guys can use for your characters, but other than that,
No,
I
it
won't be
shouldn't be
I won't yeah, I
rewards.
won't be as elaborate with the Halloween event unless there's something I can also follow up with Thanksgiving, but I doubt that within the proximity of timing.
Fucking easy. God damn it, your fucking pixels got me.
Um, we can try to aim for this Thursday to finish the session. We can do it Wednesday or Tuesday. I mean, I'm
Uh,
very flexible nowadays. I know Danny's flexible. I'm not sure about Evie or you, Loon.
I'm generally flexible, yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we can probably continue on Tuesday if you guys would like. What about you, Evie? Do you have anything
Look,
that's
as long as I don't have any plans of going to the hospital again anytime soon, so
okay? So ideally tomorrow we can try to finish this because this is a Halloween events sort of thing. So we have to finish it as soon as we can, so we get back to the regular roleplay. Which that's gonna be a doozy without the character, but I'm gonna roll with it anyway. Anyhow, thank you guys, of course, for always being part of the stream. I really appreciate you guys and our audience members for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed as well, and I hope everyone has a great night. Stay safe and be happy.
Good night, guys.